What's up, everybody? It's Thursday. We're just here. Let's play the other one today. There we go. We'll play that one. Man, we got some developing news about the Brown shooter. They are storming or raiding into they found a car, an abandoned car, and possibly storming into their storage unit. Storage unit, that's the worst. Storage. We're gonna get to that tonight, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. We're gonna hang out, we're gonna chill. I don't know, I haven't found much news today. It's been kind of slow. So it might be a slow, quick night tonight. Anyways, how y'all doing today? Excuse me. Wow, I'm coughing already. Sorry, man. Man, sorry. I had to finish out some text. But yeah, we got some developing stories about the Brown shooter, all kinds of good stuff. There's a lot, actually. There's a lot of different videos, so I got a whole bunch of them for us to look at. Because they look different. They might not be different. Who the heck knows? But let's go for it. Well, let's start off with this. This is from Fox News. This is from Jesse Waters, and they're talking about Russiagate and how Tulsi Gabbard has just released hundreds of bombshell Russiagate documents. So let's see what they're talking about. It's a little long, but we'll watch it.
The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, releasing a bombshell report today that shows a conspiracy by a sitting president, Barack Obama, and his intel agencies to sabotage the president-elect, Donald Trump, brainwash the electorate, and undermine the legitimacy of an election.
There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false. They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true. It wasn't.
Gabbard got her hands on a House intel report that's been locked away in a CIA vault for almost a decade. Investigators spent over 2,000 hours looking into how the Russia hoax was born, interviewing 20 CIA and FBI officials. And it turns out that the Obama administration doctored the intelligence to make it look like Putin and Trump stole the election. A month after Trump beat Hillary, Barack Obama wasn't satisfied with his intelligence reporting and ordered his CIA director to create a new assessment of how Russia interfered with the election. This was a highly unusual move. John Brennan handpicked 5 CIA analysts to write the assessment.
5.
And they were siloed. None of them knew what the other was doing. And only one analyst was in charge of drafting this report. There was nothing routine about this, and it was a rush job to publish before Trump was sworn in. Nothing was coordinated with the other intelligence agencies either. Basically, this was home cooking for Barack Obama. There were 4 key elements from the assessment that were repeated over and over again and formed the basis of the Russia hoax and the Robert Mueller witch hunt.
Russia.
That Vladimir Putin wanted Donald Trump to win. 2, Putin took action to help Trump win. 3, the Russians had blackmail on Trump. That was the Steele dossier. And 4, that the Russians tried colluding with the Trump campaign. None of any of this was ever true. There was no reliable intelligence to support any of these allegations. Senior CIA officials repeatedly refused to traffic in these allegations, but they were repeatedly overruled by CIA Director Brennan and FBI Director Comey, who insisted that they be pushed, even without verifiable evidence.
Yeah, I wonder why.
The Obama administration cherry-picked the intelligence, lied about their sources, misquoted sources, didn't corroborate their claims, suppressed intelligence that ran counter to their narratives, and even used anonymous internet postings. Rank and file CIA admitted what they were doing violated their own tradecraft standards. There was a massive pressure campaign that came right from the top. CIA analysts say they received unusual directives from political appointees, the CIA director, and Obama himself. This is how the Russia hoax was born.
Donald Trump knows that the Russians helped him win in 2016.
Putin hated Secretary Clinton so much that the flip side of that coin was he had a clear preference for the person running against the person he hated so much.
It was Russia in a very systematic way tried to interfere in the election and to try to advance the prospects of Donald Trump being elected.
This was such a malicious disinformation campaign perpetrated on the American people that at one point, 60% of Democrats believed the Russians hacked our voting machines to help Trump win the White House.
When it was the other way around.
What this report actually shows is that the Russians just wanted to create chaos and undermine Americans' faith in democracy. Solid intelligence suggested that Vladimir Putin didn't care who won. He had no preference. But like most people, expected Hillary to win and had a little docket of compromising.
I went to bed pissed off thinking she won.
Now, if Putin wanted Trump to win, why didn't Putin drop the dirt?
There were high-level DNC emails that detailed evidence of Hillary's, quote, psycho-emotional problems, uncontrolled fits of anger, aggression, and cheerfulness, and that then Secretary Clinton was allegedly on a daily regimen of heavy tranquilizers.
Wow.
Then CIA Director Brennan and the intelligence community mischaracterized intelligence and relied on dubious substandard sources to create a contrived false narrative that Putin developed a quote-unquote clear preference for Trump.
Now, if Clinton was on tranquilizers like the Russians believed, why didn't they leak it to help Trump win?
How credible was the information about Hillary Clinton's health?
All I have seen is what the Intelligence Committee have reported through their investigation. I think that the underlying point there is that we understand from intelligence what Russia.
We're going to get to the Brown University
had.
coming up real
And the
soon,
important
guys.
point here is that if they were trying to influence the election, as
Well, they
President
were.
Obama and James Clapper and John Brennan, everybody said they were doing in order to support Donald Trump's election.
Dude, they thought they had it in the bag. I thought, I didn't think she was going to win until, I'm sitting there. It's like 9:00 at night. I had to go. I had a final, or I don't know what I had something the next day, so I had to get up early. I went to bed all pissed off. I'm like, fuck, Trump lost. That fucking bitch is going to be our president. Then I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh shit, President Trump.
They would have released the most damning of that information.
Obama and his spy chiefs knew that Putin didn't prefer Trump over Hillary, but they cooked the intelligence to make it look like he did. Obama and his intel spies knew that Putin didn't collude with Trump and that he didn't even direct his people to help Trump win.
Right.
But they put it out there anyway.
Of course, they're
In a
Democrats.
sense,
That's what
Barack
they do.
Obama did exactly what Putin wanted, undermined Americans' faith in free and fair elections and caused chaos in our country. Barack Obama, the CIA, and the FBI were the ones doing what our enemy wanted.
Do you believe that any of this new information implicates former President Obama in criminal behavior?
We have referred and will continue to refer all of these documents to the Department of Justice.
Oh,
and
that
the
means
FBI,
nothing's going to happen.
to
Fuck.
investigate the criminal implications of this.
That means nothing's going to
The
happen.
evidence, correct. The evidence that we have found and that we have released directly point to
But
President
that's normal,
Obama
right?
leading the
Nothing's gonna
manufacturing
fucking
of this
happen.
intelligence assessment. There are multiple pieces
You
of
guys suck.
evidence and intelligence that confirm that fact.
Even
Nothing.
2 years later, after the election, Barack Obama was still pushing a hoax he knew wasn't true. And he knew it wasn't true because he helped manufacture it.
They're undermining our alliances, cozying up to Russia. What happened to the Republican Party? They're cozying up to the former head of the KGB. Actively blocking legislation that would defend our elections from Russian
And that's the
attack.
problem
What
with our
happened?
world today. Nobody,
Now, I don't know if it's possible
nobody
to
asks
indict
to
a
see
former
receipts.
president for actions he took while in office.
People can just speak
I'm not
and
a
say
lawyer,
shit.
proudly. But Brennan, Comey, and others may have severe liability. Trey Gowdy says we know for a fact that Brennan committed perjury when he lied to Congress.
Director Brennan, do you know who commissioned the Steele dossier?
I don't.
Do you know if the Bureau ever relied on the Steele dossier as part of any court filings?
He looks young, but he sounds
applications?
old.
I have no awareness.
Oh, Panda, where's your brother?
Did the CIA rely on it?
No,
Why not?
because we didn't. It wasn't part of the corpus of intelligence information that we had. It was not in any way used as a basis for the intelligence community assessment that was done. It was not.
Well, that's a lie. Whatever happens to these guys is not
Okay.
revenge. It's accountability. And it's time for people
Where
to
you
pay the
been?
price.
We've known this for years. But you know what the problem is? They're not going to do shit about it. They don't ever do shit about it. Nobody's been arrested yet, and they want to say, oh, it takes time, folks. It takes time. You got to have a good case. No, they're not going to do shit about it because they know that the Democrats have shit on Republicans too. Before we get to the next stuff, real quick, breaking news: Tim Walz is panicking now that the FBI has just raided a Somali health services building after billions of Medicaid fraud were exposed. Let's see what's going on here. And I got to give these brats their treat. Okay, come here. And they get super. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anybody's going to do anything about this either now? I think they'll go after the Somali, but they're not going to do shit to any politician. They're not going to do shit to any politician. I don't trust the government ever anymore. What's up, Goofy Mushy Mushy? Mushy Mushy on Donnie's. Hey, I just gave you something. I just gave you both a treat. Okay? And you had dinner. Holy shit, that's a low water fountain. Good for us crippled. I don't think anything's gonna happen except to the Somalis. I guess we got another ship today. What monster? Huh, big guy? I love watching these. Saving lives every single day. Saving lives every single day. Gavin Newsom posted, real men don't get speeches. And I was like, oh, so that's why you're always doing speeches. Senator Dick Durbin talking about the racist Islamophobic rhetoric has no place in America. What about the ones that you guys have the racist rhetoric to white people, right? Oh my gosh, white people are racist. White people are white supremacists. White people are Nazis. Come on, Donnie, get down. I know you're trying to trick another treat out of me, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Elon lives rent free in Tim Walz's head. Let's hear what's going on here in Fox, and then I believe we're gonna start getting to. We're almost there. We're almost to the other stuff.
We talk about contributions to society. He's done nothing but help this society, medical developments, rescuing astronauts, and more. And yet,
Yeah, when the
George
Democrats
Soros,
wouldn't.
for example, a billionaire that has led directly to the destruction of society, deaths, and yet that's who Walz is calling to demonize?
Yeah, I love that we're starting in reverse order
Ooh,
because
Katie.
that really teed me off. Elon Musk, what has this man contributed to the globe? SpaceX, the first time private sector sent people up into space. And then, oh, wait, you rescue the astronauts who have been stranded there for months and months and months. And then you look over at Tim Walz. And what has Tim Walz given us?
Not a
Stolen
damn
valor,
thing.
a ton of mistruths that were all spoken about and came to light in the campaign, a failed vice presidential run, and rooting against an American stock that, oh, wait, in your state, your retirement fund happens to own as one of the key stocks. He rooted against the Tesla stock. So Tim Walz, we're going to go with the guy, Elon Musk, who continually innovates, continually makes lives better as you look at your little phone and your stock app and cheer every time Tesla goes down.
We talk about.
Yeah. Tim Walz, do you think anything's going to happen to him? I don't. All right, so I'm thinking I might go to, I saw this today, and what was it, 2 years ago? Somebody sent me a message. It was a good friend of mine. He's like, hey, Eddie, there's a veteran in Oregon. He's a World War II veteran. He just passed away. He's over 100 years old. and there's no family. There's no more family to come around, and there's going to be nobody at his burial and his funeral. So me and Ty, a good friend of mine, we drove all the way up to Oregon to go to this man's funeral, and thankfully there was like a couple hundred people there. It was awesome. So maybe I might do this again. It says, friends, I've been informed that there is a veteran named Daryl Lee Rout who proudly served during the Vietnam War as a second lieutenant and is being laid to rest with no known family to attend. If we could all come together to honor him and act as his family, I think is so deserving. The services will be Tuesday, December 23rd at noon at the Arizona Veterans Memorial Center at 15950 North Luckett Road in Marana. Please share with others so we can ensure he has proper service. So I think I just might go and do this. I don't know. Never know. HHS declares that the man is a man and a woman is a woman. It's about time.
Because if it were, you would be keeping these women in. Instead, you are the one injecting culture wars into the military, and it's at the detriment of our military readiness and national security. Now, General Kane, I'd like to turn to you.
So to be clear, these are men who think they're women.
These are women. I'm happy to educate you on
but these are men,
on trans
and so
issues at another
what we've
time.
identified is that there's mental health issues with that belief system.
I'd like to turn to General
are detrimental to readiness, and that's the determination that we've made and that we stand behind. Gender dysphoria.
And so you don't because if
what an idiot woman. So TikTok is the stand-up is finally over. ByteDance has agreed to hand real control of U.S. operations to an American-led joint venture in a year's illegal. I wonder if Mr. Wonderful is part of it. If that's the one, Mr. Wonderful. Oracle, Silver Lake, and MGX each take 15%, putting 45% in the hand of American investors. Interesting. Okay, there it is. There's we're going to start getting into the standoff. For those of you that were here just for the Brown stuff. So look at this. Prime suspect. A California homeowner was stunned when her Ring camera appeared to show an Amazon delivery worker picking up her cat, Piper, and walking away after dropping off a package. Piper remains missing as the family searches, and Amazon confirms the driver has been removed from its platforms. Look at this. Who steals a cat? Right? I mean, who steals a cat? I don't see the cat yet. Too blurry. Like, here, kitty, kitty. Oh, I see something moving down there. I mean, I love animals. I love cats. I'm not going to steal somebody's cat. And Amazon's not helping, apparently. Yeah, they fired the person. Let's see. What's he going to do? He's going to take it or what? Who steals a freaking cat? Look, the cat even runs away from him now. But you see, he's trying to grab it fast. Oh, he just grabs it by the neck. Look at that. He's just hanging the cat by the neck. What a thing. All right, so here's the breaking news about Brand. And it's just started, so we don't even know really what's going on. It says abandoned vehicle found in New Hampshire linked to Brown University shooting investigation. Authorities have located an abandoned vehicle in New Hampshire that is of interest to the investigators probing the Brown University mass shooting, according to several law enforcement sources. This comes hours after investigators announced they have identified a suspect and obtained arrest warrant. Oh, I didn't know about that yet. Earlier today, sources revealed detectives are now examining a connection between the Brown shooting and the killing of... Oh, they said it wasn't a connection, but now they're saying it is. The Brown shooting and the killing of MIT professor Nuno Loureiro, who was shot dead at his Brookline home Monday night. The manhunt appears to be intensifying and moving north. 2 Brown students were killed Saturday, Ella Cook and Mohamed Aziz Umurskov. I know I said that wrong. And 9 others were wounded. Professor Loureiro was 47, was one of the world's leading fusion researchers. Israeli officials have been examining a possible Iranian connection to his murder, though U.S. investigators have yet confirmed it. Well, I mean, so he's making fusion. Remember Back to the Future? The Iranians were coming to get So a suspect has been identified, a warrant has been signed, a vehicle has been found, and this could be close to over. So let's watch it. This is just 1%.
Salem, New Hampshire. If you're curious where Salem is, it's about a 45-minute drive north of Boston. Local affiliates in the area saying that they're searching a vehicle in connection to the Brown University shooting. Lots to track tonight. Our coverage continuing in a moment. Salem.
Okay, so that's one video about it. Now it says breaking. This is from Mario Knopfel, who's got a pretty good thing. And it's also coming from I can't remember her name right now.
Here,
Let's
and they
see.
had to restart the investigation.
And it's gonna mess up.
That were undeniably lost.
Rob, new details are coming in right now. A Salem Police Department mobile command center is on the scene. It appears that law enforcement is either
Hey, what's up, Andy?
getting ready to enter the building, or they're actually talking to someone inside from reporters that are on the scene there. Your take on that? This is how these things go. We try to say you got to come out because you're surrounded. We're used to hearing that in the movies, but this actually happens in real life.
Yeah, that's right, Laura. So what will be happening right now is the tactical teams will be set up. They'll have what they call an emergency assault plan in case things break bad. They'll have to go in right away. Obviously, the preference, though, is to preserve life, including that of the suspect, negotiate. If time is on their side, they'll have plenty of time to talk this person down, talk them out, so that people aren't put at risk. But
here, and they had to
just stopped
restart
in the middle of it. Come on. Why are you gonna do that to us? So what they're saying is Fox News reports are preparing to breach a building near where the abandoned vehicle linked to the Brown University shooting investigation was found. Sources indicate authorities may be in communication with someone inside the structure. This comes after investigators identified a suspect and obtained a arrest warrant. A vehicle of interest was located in New Hampshire. Law enforcement sources revealed the Brown shooting and MIT professor may be connected. And once again, the other day they're like, "Oh, there's no way. This is not connected at all. This is not connected at all." So, well, here we go. And we got more of it. Let's but this is somebody was messing with Secretary.
We have a special guest here, and we want to make a toast for the Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent. Oh, yeah. So let's give it up for the man who is eating in peace as people starve across the world based on his sanctions, which are economic warfare.
Of course you're going to boo this. It's the truth.
He oversees the death of 600,000 people due to sanctions annually. And this president, let's cheers to the Monroe Doctrine. Trump today said that Venezuelan oil.
And you have no idea how ignorant you are.
Ignorant. You are responsible for the death of 600,000 people annually because of sanctions.
Oh my goodness.
How many people are going to die?
Let's see what this idiot liberal looks
on
like.
your hands?
The blood is on your hands. You should be ashamed.
Make an announcement.
What an idiot. It's gonna be the Norm Macdonald joke made real. Which joke is that, Andy? All right, so now a vehicle of interest found in Salem. FBI and police swarm the storage facility. So this is them outside of the storage facility now. Major development in the Brown University shooting. So they found an abandoned vehicle. We know that already because we've read that like multiple sources. So let's watch it. And they said they're on the phone with somebody inside, possibly. I used to buy storage, a lot of storage from these. What are they called? Oh my gosh, extra space storage. That's what they are. Extra space storage. Oh, that joke. Okay, Andy. Yeah, it might be. So this is extra space storage in Salem. How big is Salem, I wonder? Salem, New Hampshire, right? Hold on, let's look it up. Salem, New Hampshire, extra space storage. Salem, New Hampshire, extra space. I think it's called extra space. There's so let's see. There's Saw Road. There's a whole bunch of different ones. This looks like a bigger building. It looks like it might be a big building. Okay, what's this one? I don't think it's that one. I think it's because it does look taller, doesn't it? Oops, wrong one. What the heck is going on over there? Okay, that one's pretty tall and looks like it has a gray building. It might be that one. That's it right here. It's this one right here. Okay. So, click on it. Okay, let's close that. Here. Can we change this? The satellite? Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Click on this again. Go in here. Open in maps. Open in maps. Okay. Now let's go to satellite. Yeah, that definitely looks like it, right? Because I had that long driveway and they were back here. They were back. And see, yeah, this is the exact one. It is. See, because that's it right there. Okay, so we found it. I thought they said Salem, New Hampshire. Did they say Salem, Massachusetts? Okay, my bad. Where all the witch hunts were, right? Hold on, so let's see something. So they're at the back. Which back is that? That one has like a white. Let's see, does it have white around it? No, so they're at the very back. They're at the very back of that thing. Dude, it looks like they're trying to go in now all of a sudden. Yeah, that's the very back one, because there's the other one. You know, they only have this side though. It appears that they only have this side covered. I hope there's some officers over here too. I mean, I don't think it'd be that hard to. I don't know how big the fence is. Let's go back and finish watching it again. Let's see. It almost looks like they're searching somebody right there, doesn't it? That's like a plainclothes person. What did you miss? Not much. You heard the suspect was found dead? Really? Okay, we're gonna have to search for that now. Dude, they still have their weapons drawn. You heard? So Hope heard that they were found dead. Breaking news: armed officers enter the storage facility. Multiple armed officers just entered it in Salem, New Hampshire. The center of the manhunt. Okay, let's see what their footage shows. But somebody said they were on the phone with them. So you killed him? Okay, we're gonna do some over here then. I know we don't want to do that one because that's the one where we have the actual facility. Okay, so type in Brown. Go to latest. Yeah, here we go. Found dead. YouTube. Who is this YouTube from? Let's see if we can trust him. Open link tab.
We have a Fox News alert. A high-placed source has just told Fox News that the suspected shooter was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Let's bring back in Paul Mauro. Paul, obviously a huge development just broke while you were explaining beautifully what your opinion. So we know that the suspected shooter went into the facility. Those brave law enforcement officers followed it.
This was 30 minutes ago.
We didn't know until this moment what if he had even remained in there, gone in his unit, exited the building. But Paul, we're now told by a highly placed source that they have found the suspected shooter dead, apparently from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. What's your reaction?
Well, first of all, not an uncommon occurrence in these sort of situations. But, this is unfortunately not going to be the end, because now you got to do all the investigation. And one of the things you really want to make sure of is that he is the only person you have to worry about.
Thank you, Andy.
Because of encrypted comms and the way that you can set up your apps to be unretrievable by law enforcement, you don't get as fulsome a picture as you used to be able to get to a person's network. So now the work begins of ascertaining, did he act alone? Was he completely a lone wolf, or was he working with other people here? I know the supposition is that he was working alone, and you hope that's the case, but right now we don't entirely know. And, you don't have him to interrogate. You don't have him to maybe cut a plea deal with if he's going to a prosecution. So the long night is still going to be a long night.
And Paul, we're also being told now that Paul, I wanted to add to the breaking news with another piece of breaking news. I'm being told by our team here at Fox News that the suspected shooter was found dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his storage unit. So 5 minutes ago, when you and I started this conversation, we weren't even sure he was in there, that the law enforcement had breached. And of course, they bravely did, and they found him dead of a self-inflicted gunshot. Paul, I think that the folks are seeing you in Providence, Rhode Island. Your day started out talking about Brown University. Somehow we've ended up in Salem, New Hampshire. We're also talking about the professor at MIT. Can you knit all this together for us, please, Paul Mauro?
I'm going to pause it here real quick for a second. So, I of late, I don't trust the government more further than I can throw them, right? So now all of a sudden, the person of interest now shot and killed themselves in a storage unit. How do we know that they shot themselves? What if police shot them? Or what if, maybe this, was somebody who was willing to kill themselves for the cause, and maybe this wasn't the shooter. You know what I mean? There's just so many conspiracy theories that we can go this way or that way or this way. So I can't wait to see this press conference. And while we're doing this, I'm going to search for it, see if we can find it.
Oof, I wish I could do that easily. I mean, I do know this. Providence Police Department was on the scene at the storage location. So if, in fact, the storage location and that perpetrator is also linked to MIT, which is part of the reporting, then you have it all coming together. Whether or not those two incidents are linked, that is Brown and MIT, I think has yet to be explained. I've never heard that the ballistics match. The only thing that does seem to link them is the car. Now, the reporting is that the car might have had multiple license plates. That is, as part of his MO here, he switched the plates on the car, and that's why I talk about he seems to have been planning it. If that's the case, he was a lot less smart than he thought he was. And, I've made this point before on the air. A lot of these guys, they think they're
Donnie's growling outside, and I heard there's a mountain lion.
These days, against the whole of law enforcement, all these agencies, all this institutional knowledge, it was a matter of time, and that's why I've been saying for the last couple of days, they're going to get them. I just hope they got the only one, because now that's the real question.
I forgot to open up Discord.
That's right. And a mind like yours, with experience like yours, Paul Mauro, you would be thinking exactly that way. Stay with us.
Okay, so let's look here. Let's go to Brown press conference. Let's see if anybody has it. Okay, filter. Let's go within the last hour. We hold a press conference for. Here we go.
I know we will have a lot of questions.
This is live,
still, and we will. We all worked well together. The incredible prosecutorial advice and guidance that we received from the Attorney General's office. We all worked well together to be able to identify this suspect. I know we will have a lot of questions still, and we will continue to work to get those answers.
They're not going to tell us shit, are they?
But it is a great honor for me to turn this over to our Chief of Police, Colonel Oscar Perez, and I will say on behalf of the people of Providence,
The DEI hire?
we owe him and every member of the Providence Police Department the deepest debt of gratitude. Colonel?
Thank you very much, Mayor. Well, first and foremost, I want to offer my deepest condolences to the families, the victims. It was for them that this work was put together to make sure that they get the justice that they deserve and to ensure that this person was held accountable. Second thing I'll tell you is that I'm extremely proud of this department, actually the officers, the detectives, the Real-Time Crime Center, the Community Response Team, the Intelligence Division, the Narcotics Division, the Task Force. This past Saturday, as you all know, December 13, Providence Police Department and Brown University Police Department responded to this horrific tragedy at Brown University 184.
Here, Bubba. What are you barking at?
Our officers were there within minutes. That same day, Providence police detectives immediately went to work. Looking for video
You just like looking at
footage
their faces, Hope.
to see who this individual was and who was responsible. A person of interest was identified from that video footage. The person of interest was observed on Hope Street, turning onto Waterman Street, and that was one of the first videos that we released. At the same time, every federal agency you can think of was reaching out to the Providence Police Department and responded to the capital city. Images were shared with media within hours. Persons of interest it was the same individual that has been the focus of this investigation since the beginning. All the new images that we received of this person of interest were shared with the media continuously over the past 6 days. This critical evidence was collected with the use of public assistance. As the mayor stated, I'm proud to be the chief of police of this city. I'm proud to be a product of this city for the reasons that the mayor stated. The community stepped up.
Trying to hold in his belt.
It was all about groundwork, public assistance, interviews of individuals, and good old-fashioned policing.
What does this mean?
That is the type of police work that every police officer in this nation reminds themselves of, and that many do not understand. And that is critically important and often succeeds where technology alone cannot. We looked at financial records, we looked at video footages, and in the specific incident, it was actually a video that provided us with a description of a vehicle. That was corroborated through a tip that was received to the tip center. That room was packed with detectives, agents receiving calls on a daily basis. We started early and left late. Then Flock and the LPR was able to provide us with this description of this vehicle. That vehicle was picked up by Flock, which led us to a car rental place in Massachusetts. Through that, the agents and their work as well were able to get us footage of this individual, as well as a copy of the agreement, which provided his real name. The video of that subject matched the description of that person of interest that this police department was desperate to put handcuffs on. That individual was identified as Claudio Neves.
Are these two guys fighting
Valenti.
each other in sign?
Date of birth, and he was a 48-year-old man. He was a Brown student. He was a Portuguese national, and his last known address was in Miami, Florida. And I will tell you that he took his own life tonight. We have members of the Providence Police Department up in Salem, New Hampshire. And we also have the BCI unit. Obviously, the FBI and their evidence recovery unit is up there. So the process is being conducted as we speak. And it goes without saying that I would like to personally thank the efforts again of the Providence Police Department, the Rhode Island State Police, the Rhode Island Attorney General, the FBI, the ATF, HSI, the U.S. Marshals, IRS, DEA, Secret Service, and NCIS. There is no way
Why is the Naval
that we
Criminal
could have done
Investigation
this by
Service on it?
ourselves. In this nation, when horrific incidents like this happen, law enforcement steps up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Colonel. General Arona? Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. You know, I would describe the emotions on the investigative team, including our prosecutors and the agents, detectives from both state police, Providence, as mixed. You know, there is a sense of completeness in terms of the investigation, an investigation that's, if not the hardest, among the handful of hardest investigations that I've ever been involved with. And the sense that we owed those 2 dead Brown students and the 9 injured Brown students and the students who were in that auditorium that weren't injured, and the Brown community and the Providence community results. The teams worked really hard. I think I mentioned that to you almost every night that we met with you. I wish they were all up here with us. That we wouldn't fit here, but it was remarkable to see the cooperation between the FBI agents, the ATF agents, the HSI agents, the Providence police detectives, the state police detectives, our prosecutors. And I will say that everybody brought a certain expertise to the table, but it is nevertheless a sad moment when you think about those young people who were hurt, injured, or worse, 2 of them are now deceased. You know, to me, this was always going to be an investigation where something was going to break it open. We were going to pull threads. We were going to gather evidence that would lead us in a particular direction. And I will say that if we were with you less than, well, I guess now more than 24 hours ago, we had that picture of that second individual. And I would say within an hour, no more than 2, I think it was under an hour, that person came forward to 2 Providence police officers over on the east side and said he had information, that he was that person and he had information that could help this case. And I remember last night watching his interview, and he blew this case right open. He blew it open. And that's how these cases sometimes go. You can feel like you're not making a lot of progress. You can feel like you're chasing leads and they don't work out. But the team keeps going because, you know, those of us with experience know that you're going to pull a lot of threads, and it's not always the first one that's going to get you where you need to go. But when you do crack it, you crack it. And that person led us to the car, which led us to the name, which led us to the photographs of that individual renting the car, which matched the clothing of our shooter here in Providence, that matched the satchel that we see here in Providence. He was found dead with a satchel with 2 firearms and evidence in the car that that matches exactly what we see at the scene here in Providence. And so I know that you and the public have questions about how we got from a place yesterday where all we could share with you was a photograph of someone we wanted to talk to where we got to tonight. And so we got a state arrest warrant for murder today that was signed by a district court judge for this individual. There won't be a prosecution now, of course, but that affidavit is on our website, and you will be able to see more and read more about how this investigation unfolded. I won't get you all the way there because there are some things that happened afterwards which led us to this suspect's body in New Hampshire. But it will, I think, tell you, give you a sense of the work that went into this by the line prosecutors and the line agents and detectives from the agencies that work so well together. So, as I said, it's with mixed emotions. It is it is unimaginable the pain that the parents and families of the deceased are feeling tonight and will feel undoubtedly for quite a while. But I hope that by bringing this person to justice, that we can at least give them the beginnings of some measure of closure. And I want to thank you all for your patience with me when I got a little testy with some of you. Those of you who know me from Rhode Island, you know that's my nature. So I really want to thank you for your patience. Thank you.
Thank you, General. As has been said several times, the partnership with the FBI was invaluable. And so it's a pleasure to introduce Special Agent in Charge of FBI, Ted Dox.
Thank you, Mayor. And good evening. My name is Ted Dox, Special Agent in Charge of FBI Boston. We got him. Shortly before 9 o'clock tonight, the FBI SWAT team executed court-authorized search warrants at a storage unit facility in Hampshire Road in Salem, New Hampshire. This is where we located Claudio Neves Valente, the individual who we believe was responsible for the Brown shooting. The latest developments in an intense 5-day manhunt, and is a result of an incredible amount of work dedicated by the law enforcement team standing here before you tonight. Every single agency brought their unique skills and expertise to this investigation. We're motivated by the victims and survivors of this horrific incident. Even though the suspect was found dead tonight, our work is not done. There are many questions that need to be answered. There's a lot of evidence that needs to be processed, and most importantly, the victims and their families deserve special care and consideration. The FBI and our partners across Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire will continue to search for answers for the victims, survivors, and their families to see what motivated this individual to carry out such a senseless act of violence. From the onset of this critical incident, it's been all hands on deck. The FBI deployed approximately 500 special agents, analysts, task force officers, and support personnel to assist our partners in this investigation. In addition to this extra manpower, all our specialty teams were activated, including Evidence Response Team, SWAT, Divert, and Victim Services Response Team, just to name a few. A special thanks to you, the media, as well as to the community. My sincere thanks to Colonel Perez, Colonel Weaver, AG Nerona, Brown University PD, and all of our partners. This was truly a team effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Another critical partner at every step along the way was the ATF. I'd like to introduce Special Agent in Charge of the ATF, Tom Greco.
Good evening. My name is Tom Greco, the Special Agent in Charge of ATF Boston. From the moment 911 reports of the shooting at Brown University came through, there's been an around-the-clock effort to identify the perpetrator and to protect the community. The men and women of ATF, including our special agents, our intelligence research specialists, and our support personnel, have been proud to support and be part of that effort, leveraging our unique experience, dedicated investigators, canine handlers, and crime gun intelligence technology, such as NIBIN, the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network, to compare ballistic evidence, and our other available tools to support the investigation, and to help identify Claudio Neves Valente as the individual that we believe was responsible. ATF's mission, first and foremost, is to protect communities from violent crime. Each individual in this country deserves to live in peace and security in their homes, in their schools, in their places of worship, and in the streets. The actions of Claudio Neves Valente stole that right and terrorized the community. I'd like to emphasize to the public, this was a highly dangerous individual capable of extreme violence. And we are happy to have been part of this investigation and proud to have worked with our partners to identify him and see this through. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. From the very outset on Saturday, from our first press conference in the fire station to today, Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee has been by Providence's side every step of the way. The city of Providence is incredibly grateful for the governor's support, the state police, not just their assistance with the investigation, but in supporting the broader community. It's a pleasure to introduce Governor Dan McKee.
Thanks, Mayor, and clearly your staff, I feel the same way with the team that you have, that we were happily able to assist. And as a former mayor, many of here in the audience know that I've been a mayor, some don't, but I empathize and sympathize with the position that you were in and the fact that you needed people to follow the lead of the Providence police and to partner in with some extraordinary people, whether it's with the FBI, the ATF, and of course our state police as well. From the very beginning, my thoughts as a dad was with the families who suffered from the shooting. The unthinkable happened in the state. The unthinkable happened in Providence. The unthinkable happened at Brown University.
Right, Goofy?
And we're going to be forever changed. But our commitment from the state level is to continue to support Providence, Brown, and the people of the state of Rhode Island in the recovery. That's going to take a great deal of time. But I do say this. The professionalism that I saw in the law enforcement should make everyone that lives in our state and beyond our borders very
What they're
very
saying
safe.
now, though. They didn't say that the other
These
day.
things happen, but it requires some professional help in law enforcement to bring it to the conclusion that we've been able to bring it to. So, Colonel, thank you, everybody involved. And again, we will stand with Providence and Brown University and the people of the state of Rhode Island to provide the help that will be needed in the recovery in a trauma like this.
Thank you, Governor. Throughout the year, the Rhode Island State Police is an incredible partner to Providence, but during this investigation, their support was invaluable. I introduce Colonel of the State Police, Colonel Weaver.
My name is Colonel Darnell Weaver, the Superintendent of the Rhode Island State Police. I want to begin by recognizing the excellent and exceptional efforts of the Providence Police Department and Colonel Oscar Perez. From the very first moments of this investigation, the Providence Police Department has worked collaboratively and relentlessly day and night on this investigation while protecting our capital city. Their detectives followed facts, developed evidence, and pursued every credible lead. Colonel Perez's leadership has been steady and decisive, focused on identifying the person responsible for this tragedy. As always, our troopers stepped up, working shoulder to shoulder with the Providence Police and our local, state, and federal partners. I want to give particular recognition to our detectives, whose diligence and dedication contributed to this investigation. Our detectives and division leadership operated as a unified team, sharing intelligence, resources, and expertise. This has truly been an all-hands-on-deck investigation, as virtually every trooper has taken extra shifts to help support the efforts in Providence, and I have never been prouder to be a member of the Rhode Island State Police. This year marks the 100th anniversary of the Rhode Island State Police, and this case stands out among one of the most challenging in our state's history. The sheer volume of digital evidence, the complexity of the investigation, and the intense public interest played an extraordinary demands on everyone involved. Despite that pressure, investigators remain disciplined, methodical, and focused on facts. We are grateful for the assistance of the public, particularly those who shared our information, provided tips, and gave us doorbell camera footage and access to their property. We are also thankful for the ongoing support of Rhode Islanders. We know that you have been with us through this entire investigation. I also want to be very clear about something else. Criminal investigations are grounded in evidence, not speculation or online commentary. The endless barrage of misinformation, disinformation, rumors, leaks, and clickbait were not helpful in this investigation. Distractions and unfounded criticisms do not support this work. They complicate it and threaten to undermine the justice we seek for the victims and the grieving families. Despite these challenges, good police work prevailed, and we have lessons that we can bring forward from these long days ahead. To the Brown University community and the people of Rhode Island, be assured that this case reflects the law enforcement community and what we are capable of, and that we are committed to this state. We will continue to support the victims and the broader community as the healing continues. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel.
Donnie.
Providence is so proud to be home to Brown University, and we are committed to working together with them in the future as they help heal their community as we do our broader Providence community. We continue to give condolences to the deceased and our prayers to those who are recovering. The leader of Brown has been a great partner through this whole process. I'd like to introduce President Christina Paxson from Brown University.
Thank you. Nothing can really fully bring closure to the lives that have been shattered over the past week, but this may allow our community to move forward and begin a path of repair and recovery and healing. I want to thank the dedicated law enforcement agencies that have worked so tirelessly on this case, really around the clock, as well as our neighbors and others who participated in giving tips and helping with the investigation. We hope that this outcome tonight brings an increased sense of safety for our community at Brown and in the surrounding area. This has been a period of great fear and anxiety for many people, and now perhaps some form of relief. Truly, this week has been devastating for our community in a number of ways, including the experiences that members of our community have had with being targeted by online rumors and accusations. And I hope that this development also means an end to this truly troubling activity. So we remain focused on the safety and security of our community and in support for the victims of this senseless violence.
Get your medicine, Donnie.
Now, we know the public and our own Brown community members will want to know more about the individual now identified by law enforcement as the suspect in last weekend's shooting. And we can confirm the following to the best of our knowledge, based on our review in the very short time since law enforcement authorities made us aware of this development. And we provided this information to law enforcement as they build their case and wrap up the investigation. So Claudia Manuel Neves Valente was enrolled at Brown from the fall of 2000
So he was a Brown
to
student.
the spring of 2001.
Oh,
He was admitted to Brown's graduate school to study in the Master's of Science PhD program in physics, beginning on September 1st, 2000. And he took a leave of absence effective April 2001 before formally withdrawing effective July 31st, 2003. During his time at Brown, Nueves Valente was enrolled only in physics classes. The majority of physics classes at Brown have always been held within the Barris and Hawley classrooms and labs. Now, detailed records indicating where specific courses were held don't extend back to 2001. But we can say that physics classes typically require access to specialized equipment, including demonstration carts that are a fixed asset in some of Barris and Hawley classrooms. So I think it's safe to assume that this man, when he was a student,
What happens when you
spent a
assume?
great deal of time in that building for classes and other activities as a PhD student in physics. He has no current active affiliation with the university or campus presence. So again, we thank law enforcement and so many others for their extensive work on this case, day and night, and we look forward to a sense of restored safety for Brown, Providence, and the Rhode Island communities. Thank you.
Thank you, President Paxson. The last speaker, and then we will take your questions, is the Chief of the Brown Police Department, Chief Chapman. Remember, his officers were the first to respond on Saturday, and we are so grateful for both their immediate and heroic response and their partnership over the last 5 days. Chief.
I want to express my ongoing prayers and care and concern for our entire community. I certainly also want to acknowledge and thank the men and women of the Brown University Police and Public Safety for their efforts. As you see, this was a Herculean task and required a lot of collaboration and work. And our officers and our public safety personnel were shoulder to shoulder with these assets. I do want to also thank all of you who have helped citizens and law enforcement. That partnership and collaboration means the world to us, and we couldn't have gotten there without you. So thank you.
Thank you, Chief. We'll now open up questions. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What led authorities to link the incident between
Like he's picking out the. Freaking Kevin.
Yeah, I'll start. I'll just tell you that a lot of the information and evidence that we ended up gathering linked us to a connection up in Massachusetts, but obviously at the MIT. But I feel a respect to the authorities in Mass as well as the FBI that's for them to come in. But I'll tell you that the groundwork that started in the city of Providence by our detectives, the detective division under the command of Major LaPayan, as well as the federal partners that we had in our room upstairs, and ATF, the FBI, led us to that connection. And so that was great work.
Does FBI want to weigh in on that? And then I have a follow-up.
I think through that particular link that you're talking about, that case is being worked out of Massachusetts with the leadership of U.S. Attorney Leah Foley. I believe that they're having a press conference today as well, where they'll reveal more to the general public at that time. I'd be remiss to start and kind of talk on this, to let them kind of had first dibs to kind of be the ones to tell the public about those particular links.
And your follow-up.
But your follow-up, sir.
As for the second person who came forward, what did that person tell you, and did that person know the shooter?
So yeah, obviously I had mentioned at the last press conference that it was a person that we wanted to speak with.
Yeah, Andy, we're gonna find there too.
The work of the video collections that we had led us to identify that there was a person that actually encountered this individual. So it corroborated everything that we saw. We saw our person of interest. We saw that there was a vehicle involved. When this person came in, broke the case in the sense that explained to us exactly what we thought we had seen and put that individual at the crime scene. Obviously, that was the break, because we knew that we were in the right direction to ensure that we were going after this individual, but obviously took his life.
Go ahead. Steve.
So they're live right now too. Oh wait, no, it's not.
And is there an anti-Semitism component behind this, do you expect?
As far as we know, Steve, he acted alone.
And is there an anti-Semitism component to this?
No, that we know of, no.
John.
Colonel, what was the events that led to the storage facility? So was he pursued there? Did he know authorities were going after him? When was he last alive? Like, how did that play out?
So it plays out in the sense that I just stated, we collected all the evidence. We were able to learn that there was a rental vehicle. We learned about that vehicle. There was financial records that were verified by the FBI, obviously, and other agencies. I'm sorry, actually. So another agency, so multiple agencies that verified financial records that brought us to that site to know that he had actually rented a site at the storage unit. And then we ended up in Salem.
In a follow-up,
Yeah.
when he did that, did he know authorities were coming, or did he just go and, like, how long had he been in that storage unit?
That we're not aware of, John, in the sense that all we
Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to hit pause.
knew is that we were on a manhunt, and that's what he led us to. So.
I got to show you guys something, though.
Amanda.
Oh, thanks. Chief, I have some questions for you about Clark.
That's Fat Joe.
So he graduated, he did graduate. He was at Brown more than 20 years ago.
Close.
His last known address was in Miami, but now he's here at Brown University, potentially also at MIT.
That is pretty close.
What do you know about what brought him up here?
There's going to be unknown answers that we have no answer as far as that. Obviously, came up here and committed this horrific incident and this tragedy, and that's all we knew. Our mission was to ensure that we could find them and bring them to justice. But yeah, no. At this point, correct.
And my follow-up is of the evidence that you've collected. Have you collected the handgun that you believe was used in the shooting? Have you collected any type of manifesto or evidence? Have you planned more shootings?
So as far as I know, that's the FBI evidence recovery team is up in Salem, New Hampshire, and they're collecting whatever evidence is up there. This happened just now as before we came up here.
Bill. Any criminal history, political affiliations, any social media posts, anything of that sort that you can report to us about Mr. Valenti?
Nothing that I know of, Steve.
Behind him. Go ahead, white shirt.
Is there any indication that Mr. Valenti was planning any future attacks?
Nothing that we know of, no.
In the way back.
Special Agent Docs, can you also tell us if the connection, I know you said you can't talk too much about the MIT, but the fact that it was a physics professor at MIT and in the physics building and he was studying physics, have you tied all that up, and does that lead, why target one person in Massachusetts and then a whole class here in Providence?
Yes, it is true that Mr. Valenti was a physics student. Also, we know that the MIT, the victim there, was in that discipline as well. I will tell you that there's multiple phases to an investigation. And so now, in a sense that we know the subject is deceased, now that investigation continues to find out all of those answers to your question, sir.
Did you go to school with a professor? Did you go to school with a professor who was killed? Can Brown answer that?
It is believed that in Lisbon, that those two individuals attended the same university in Portugal.
You have a follow-up in the back.
Muy poquito.
Go for it.
Muy poquito.
Sorry, empiezo desde el principio.
Speak in English. Hello, we're in America.
Y las conexiones que tuvieron, cómo llegaron a rastrearlo y más que nada a qué atribuye todo esto.
So the question was if I can briefly explain how we got to this individual and what occurred. So, verdaderamente lo que pasó, obviamente el incidente del sábado 13 nos llevó a tomar evidencias, colectar evidencias de videos, de informaciones, y expliqué que es muy importante el trabajo de los policías, los detectives en el piso, haciendo el trabajo duro, recolectando videos, recolectando testimonios. En este tipo de casos recibimos información, obviamente, de los videos que colectamos. Nos dimos cuenta que había un vehículo de interés y una persona de interés desde el principio. Eso nos llevó a después informarnos de la placa del carro, la descripción del carro, y eso nos llevó a darnos cuenta de que esa persona había rentado el vehículo en una compañía en Massachusetts. Después de que fuimos a Massachusetts, cogimos videos de la persona. Esa persona era en la misma descripciones de la persona de interés de nosotros acá en la ciudad de Providence. De ahí pasamos con los agentes federales a investigar un poco más y llegamos a los récords financieros que nos llevó a Salem, New Hampshire, en esta noche. Allá hubo una entrada táctica del equipo del FBI y encontramos que esta persona se había quitado la vida ellos mismos. Ahora estamos investigando más si hay otras algo que necesitamos saber más de él.
Alex.
Colonel or AG, is there a note or manifesto of some kind, and is that providing any information about a motive or anything that they might have done?
Again, the FBI recovery team in forensics are up in Salem, New Hampshire. At this point, we don't have any of that.
Any indication of why now? What's the significance behind why this happened on Saturday?
That we don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we know the answer to that question. I think there's a lot of unknowns with respect to
Nobody's
motive.
asking you, dude.
I mean, I think that the real issue here is
The key was to identify this person, as we talked about yesterday. I think there are other answers that are coming, but once we were able to identify him, thanks to that individual who came forward, who led us to a plate, which led us to a rental car, which led us to that he rented that car in his own name. That really broke the case open. But in terms of why Brown, I think that is a mystery. I think there may be something going on in Massachusetts that I'm not fully familiar with because we're working this angle, but I think the Massachusetts authorities may be able to share that. Yeah, I don't think we have any idea why now or why Brown, why these students, why this classroom. That is really unknown to us, and it may become clear. I hope that it does, but it hasn't as of right now.
Fox,
This
go ahead.
is for the Colonel or the Attorney General. At 2:16, there was a surveillance video that showed
There is
the second person that
Goofy.
apparently blew this case wide open.
There's
And also
each country has a different sign language.
Branson. You see them disappear behind bushes. Was this second person following the shooter? Did he recognize him and confront him? What was that interaction like? And I have a follow-up.
That's a great question, and I'll be all explained in the affidavit that the general stated that it will be released. But I'll give you a brief sort of explanation about that. The person that we wanted to speak with had an interaction with this individual earlier in the day, then observed them later at that time where you just stated, and decided that he was going to encounter him and asked him why he was inside Brown. At that point, the subject of interest, Neves, actually ran. He was caught up by our person that we wanted to speak with. There was sort of a conversation between the two of them, and Neves asked him, "Why are you harassing me?" And at that point, the person that broke the case walked away. And that information was critical to us because he was able to corroborate what our detectives were seeing on video, and he was able to provide a great explanation.
So why didn't he come up right away?
Yes.
Why did it take a citizen to notice a suspicious person right next to Brown University and not the police? And also, how long was the vehicle parked where it was? And was it days, hours, minutes?
It appeared to be days as far as the evidence. Why would a civilian observe that to be suspicious? It's a great point. And I like the fact that you're mentioning that and bringing that up. That's what we should all be doing, right? And it's just personality. Some people are more interested in finding out what others are doing. In this particular case, this person decided that he wanted to, and I'm glad he did.
Shouldn't the police be interested in that?
That's it.
Citizens as well.
In the back.
Now that the suspect, Attorney General, now that the suspect won't be prosecuted, can you explain what he yelled in the classroom to America tonight so people can
Sure.
feel a little more comfortable?
Sure.
Was it something, terrorist related? Was it something specific to the kids in that class?
Yeah.
What did he say? Can you now tell us?
Yeah, well, back to that question just for a minute, just to clarify that. They had a interaction in the bathroom in Barris and Holly. So, I don't know, the Providence Police is obviously not going to patrol Barris and Holly. That's a question frankly, for Brown and their police department. So they had an interaction there, and then our citizen, followed him out because to him, as he explained it to us, this guy did not belong there. And so that's why he followed him out. In terms of what was said, I don't know any more today than what I told you yesterday, or the day before. There are some witnesses who said he said nothing. There are some that say he made a barking noise. Don't ask me. I don't know why. And that's it.
Sure.
There is no other spoken word beyond that we are aware of as we stand before you tonight. And we have spoken to everybody that we have been able to locate who's been inside that building.
And just to the Special Agent in charge, my follow-up question is, can you just be clear to the people in Massachusetts? And I know you said the people in Norfolk County and investigators in Mass, but you did say a few days ago that you talked to the colonel of the state police and said there's no connection between Brookline
what happened
and
with
what
that?
happened here in Rhode Island. But now you're saying there was a connection. So are you saying that he shot up Brown University? Then 2 years later, he was at this house in Brookline to shoot this MIT professor, and then he just drove up to Salem, New Hampshire for no reason? How did he get into a storage facility?
No, I think that's a great question. My actual statement was that we didn't see a connection at that time. But absolutely, I spoke to the colonel. Right now, that case is being resided over by U.S. Attorney Leah Foley. They're having a press conference at 10 o'clock tonight, I believe.
Well,
I
10
think at
o'clock
that
now
time, they will speak to that particular case. I would be getting a little bit ahead of my skis if I spoke to that case without
See if I can find
consultation
it.
with Leah Foley and her team, as we've been in the trenches working this up to the minute today, sir.
I guess 2 days ago, you didn't know they were connected. Now you're saying they appear to be.
Yes, and that's how cases often go. I would say at that time, when that question was asked of me, there was no indication of a link at that time. As we've talked throughout this week, these breadcrumbs develop, and we'll see what she has to say today at 10 p.m.
If I just want to jump in here on that, please. I just want to jump in here on that because it's a good question. It's an important one. So just to put everyone's mind at ease who's listening now, he didn't just drive to some random storage area. We found records with the help of the FBI and others that was his storage area. So he rented a car in Boston. He drove it. We were able to find that car in New Hampshire. We were able to find evidence in the car from looking at it from the outside that connected this individual to our crime scene here in Rhode Island. We were able to find visual evidence of him inside that storage facility, which, in my judgment, matches him to the Massachusetts scene. So you'll hear more, as the special agent said, but there is no question that was his storage unit, that he had a particular car, that we found that car because of this citizen coming forward and giving us a description of the car. And then our individual who came forward, we knew he was telling the truth because we could see it on the videotape. And so that was a series of things that broke this case. And that led us to Salem, where the suspect was found dead.
Steph. Believed to be living in Miami. Did he fly here at some point? How long was he in Providence for? And when did he obtain the guns?
Go ahead.
Yeah, he did. Like I said, it'll be in the affidavit, but he did fly into Providence, I believe, early October, I believe. That's the right date. And what was the other question? I'm sorry, Steph.
And did he buy the guns here, or did he get the guns?
So I'm sorry, I can't answer. Yeah.
We don't know the answer to that, Steph, as we stand here right now.
Okay, you can't fly with them, so assuming he got them sometime after he arrived.
Well, that's possible. What we do know is that he was moving around New England in that October, November, December area. You remember, we just we know that there's a body in New Hampshire. We know that there are guns at the scene. It still remains to be examined, comparing those guns to the ballistics evidence we have in Rhode Island. And I imagine they'll do that in Massachusetts. But again, that's somebody else's investigation. And then, of course, we want to make sure that we match the DNA. But we are 100% confident that this is our target, and that this case is closed from a perspective of pursuing people involved.
And Steph, just to add, I think Special Agent Doc stated, obviously we didn't know who he was. And so it's very difficult to know what a person did prior without any knowledge of who that person is.
Dan. Can I just ask Special Agent a question? It sounds like from everything everybody's saying that the person who came forward to speak to you is kind of a hero in this story in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
We know that there's a $50,000 reward. Did he get the reward?
You know, I will say that in this particular situation, that individual will likely get absolutely some aspect out of that award. We've had a lot of other tips, I will tell you as well, that have come in from the public. And so I don't deal typically with the distribution of those rewards. But I mean, it would be logical to think
about the reward right now?
that individual would be entitled to some of that reward. Yes, sir.
Second row, red shirt. Go ahead. Yeah, you.
Do we know when or how the suspects left Providence? For the Colonel.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, Andy.
Well, we know he left Providence and committed a homicide in another state. On that, but we don't know. I'm sorry, how did he leave?
No, do we know when he left Providence?
Yeah, when he left. That's what as far as we know, that he left, but we didn't. I believe his last activity was obviously when we found out he was in another state committing another crime.
Pat.
Pat Ford, Coalition Radio. I'll throw this out to all of you, with particular regards to the Brown University president. A recurring theme for the last few days has been an outreach, ultimately successful, to the people of Rhode Island and the people of New England to track this individual down. While at the same time, we've got this sort of passive-aggressive criticism of individuals who are being actively asked to engage, via social media who are wildly spreading rumors, some of which couldn't have possibly emanated anywhere than law enforcement. I do have a follow-up. So would anyone like to respond to that? I mean, it's kind of condescending to a lot of people. I know, Governor, you're confused. That's not uncommon. But the.
All right, that's uncalled
the
for.
credit- the
All
credit
right,
side-
we're moving on.
Wait, hold on. I got to hear that again. I missed it now.
I know, Governor, you're confused. That's not uncommon. But the.
All right, that's uncalled.
What did he say now?
media Who
Sorry,
are
guys.
wildly spreading rumors, some of which couldn't have possibly emanated anywhere than law enforcement. I do have a follow-up. So would anyone like to respond to that? I mean, it's kind of condescending to a lot of people. I know, Governor, you're confused. That's not uncommon. But the.
All right, that's uncalled
the
for.
credit- the
All
credit
right,
side-
we're moving on. Current. No,
The person
current.
who came forward with the case-breaking tips, was that information originally posted online? Or was that person encouraged to come forward based on what people online?
Correct. There was a tip that was placed online, and obviously we were doing our due diligence to find out who that tipster was. And then we were able to identify this person who we wanted to speak with, and then we learned that that person was actually the same person that put the tip on that up that you're speaking about.
Brian.
I'm sorry?
Does that person live in the area?
It was the same person that we brought into the police station to speak with.
The images
Brian.
that you showed at the beginning, where you can see Mr. Valente's face, where were those images taken from?
They were taken from the car rental business place that we learned about.
None of them were at Brown.
No.
President Paxson, if you could, the situation is described that you had the suspected gunman and this other person had an encounter in the engineering building
Look how scared she
hours
looks.
before the shooting. I had been told by an employee that there had been concerns raised at Brown previously about people getting in the building. Have you heard those, and was anything done to address those concerns about people getting into the building?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question. I think we're going to have to look back and say, you know, we don't know how this person got in. We don't know when they came in. We do know that the building was unlocked that day for exams, and that's something we're going to have to
Had you
look
heard
into.
concerns from staff members in the past
I
about
have
security at the
not
building?
personally heard concerns, but yeah.
Dan.
She's walking around again.
President Paxton, Dan Janney from NBC 10. I want to go back to the question I asked you Saturday night when I first arrived on the scene. There were no cameras in this building. And law enforcement, some that are standing up behind you, have said if Brown had cameras in that part of the building, we would have gotten this guy. And it may have stopped this swirling action. Can you answer that question for me?
Well, I don't think we have said the locations of cameras at Brown.
But there's no cameras in that building because why would they take it from a rental car agency?
We have 1,200 cameras at Brown.
But not in that building.
We have some in that building. It's a large complex. And I think what you would see is the video evidence in this case, from my perspective, I'm not a law enforcement agent, has been incredibly helpful. The moving of the person around the neighborhood, those video images, they help crack this case. So I think video was important. And as the Attorney General explained at a recent press conference, this individual was not spending his time on the Brown campus. He came into a building on the edge of the campus. He left. He was in the neighborhoods. The investigation focused on the.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna pause for a real quick second. This lady looks totally, I mean, nervous as can be. I think she's like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to lie good enough for this cover up? But what really made me stop this right here is this. He hasn't been a student since what did they say, 2001? How did he know that that the cameras were in the front of the building, but not in the back of the building? So he only went in the back of the building. That's what questions is going through my head right now. What about you guys?
Neighborhoods, the video was there, and that was really, really instrumental in cracking the case.
And my
But you
second
can ask them.
and this is my follow-up, Madam President, if you'd stay at the podium.
Mm.
Yes, video played a big role in this case. The neighbor's video, the rental car video, but not the video from the building that he walked in freely both before when he got in the confrontation and when he came back in and decided to kill people. You didn't have cameras in that building. Just say it so we can get this over it. And my next question is, will you put
Dan, you got
cameras
one
in,
follow-up.
will
Yeah.
you put the cameras in the building? Will
Yeah.
there be more cameras in that building?
Yeah, I think we need to look back. We'll look at everything that is done, but I do not think a lack of cameras in that building it had anything to do with what happened there. And we will
Thank
go
you, Madam
forward.
President.
Thank you.
Chris. Tom.
Tom Quillen, WPRO. Colonel Perez, I'm hearing from sources that the person that identified the shooter happened to be a homeless person that either lived around or inside that Barris and Holly building. Can you confirm more about this person for us? And then I have a follow-up for President Paxton.
I'll tell you there was a person that was pretty attentive about his surroundings. I'll tell you there was a person that was very cooperative and helpful to this investigation. And I'll tell you that he was a great individual that actually assisted us in getting us to this point where we're at. I'll tell you that. He was, yes.
I have to say, he was incredibly articulate.
Who is this guy, by the way?
His testimony, had we needed it, would not only have been credible, it would have been persuasive. He was as outstanding a witness as I've seen. And he deserves a lot of credit, recognizing there's a gunman on the loose, that the gunman knows he had this interaction with him. And he didn't, once he knew that we were looking for his help, he came forward within an hour. And that person deserves a tremendous amount of credit. I don't know whether he's going to get the reward or not, but if I had a vote, he would.
All right, Tom, you got to follow. Are you done? Go ahead.
My question was for Chair Chapman, if you wouldn't mind. In October, the Brown Daily Herald reported that you had a vote of no confidence in your leadership, and students were concerned for their safety.
Is that Australian or is that
prioritized
British?
desk jobs over having over field jobs and having more people patrolling the campus. Now, in light of this, do you accept any kind of responsibility for this? And now that we've given these prior warnings, are you going to reevaluate how the Brown Police operate in the future now, so this doesn't happen again and these students can feel more safe on campus when they return?
Great. So as I stated earlier, I'm profoundly proud of the men and women of public safety and profoundly proud of our police department. We will continue with the heroic work that they've done and continue to work side by side with our partners. And everything else that comes with that is a continual effort to do what is best for the safety and security of our campus.
But will you reassess how the people are allocated within your department?
Every single day, we work and endeavor to keep our campus safe, whatever that entails and all that entails.
In the back.
Yes, thank you. I was wondering, maybe this question for the Colonel. Can you talk about, you said that 2 weapons were found in Valenti's car. Was that one of those weapons, the gun that was used to shoot here in Brown? Is that weapon?
Oh, we don't know. That's what they're going to say.
That's all part of this continuing investigation. This just before we came downstairs, actually, as you all were watching, that was developing up in Salem, New Hampshire.
Can you say whether or not that the weapons were purchased?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, those firearms were found at the deceased body, not in a car. So he killed himself inside the storage unit, and the firearms were found at his in the area of his thigh and in the area of his feet. It was not in a car. There was evidence that was observed from outside the car that matched our crime scenes, meaning mask, clothing, satchel, which you can see on that video. And there was a main plate over a Florida plate. This guy was changing plates. One of the reasons it was so hard to find was he knew what he was doing. He was changing plates. And so, that's why the collective work of following and finding this car was made more difficult, because this guy was changing plates. So we got a main plate and we got a Florida plate on the same car in New Hampshire.
Patrick.
As he was a.
Oh, I'm sorry. Especially.
I was just going to add.
Please. Tom Greco again from ATF. It's okay. As far as the ballistics evidence, I know that the last question concerned matching the guns found to the crime scene. As several people up here have said, this investigation is ongoing and in many ways, in some ways, still just beginning. So those weapons that were found at the scene, we will be using our tools such as NIBIN to compare the ballistic evidence to see if we have any matches. So we use we use those tools to rule things in and to rule them out as well. So we'll be following up on that throughout the remainder of the investigation.
Patrick.
Remind me about that, guys.
Portuguese national, under what status was he in the country, and how did he get into the country? Do we know at this point? I have a follow-up after that.
You have that, Oscar?
Yeah, I think, yeah, I do. So as far as we know, he had a student visa. He had came in here with a student visa, and we also had learned that he had applied to get a green card.
Do we know, sorry, I have a question, and for President Paxson, does Brown have
And
any-
Patrick, if I could just be clear on that, he got that.
You notice how they're trying to
unlawful
not let them
permanent
ask
resident
questions of
status in
President
September
Paxton?
of 2017.
Thank you, I was gonna ask, but then, and for President Paxson, has Brown had any communication from Neves Valente in the period after he left until now?
As far as I know, no. He has really gone off our radar. We will continue to cooperate with the police as they continue with the investigation to find anything we can find about him. But his last class that he took at Brown was in 2001.
Straight back. Let's skip one.
This question's for the Colonel or the Attorney General. If you hadn't focused on the wrong person of interest on day one, do you think the professor in Massachusetts could be alive?
Well, from the beginning, I've told you that this investigation is extremely complex and intense. And so we used every resource as soon as we responded to the call. I stated that earlier. I'm proud of the men and women of this department. Yes, we did find somebody that we thought obviously was the person, but we continued on. We continued on investigating. We continued on canvassing the areas. We continued on with video. And that's why we ended up where we're at now.
Yeah, if I could just jump in here, I just want to continue to answer that question. It's an important one, and the answer to that is this. And I tried to convey it a couple of days ago. We broke ourselves out into teams. So while the Providence team and the state police team and the ATF team were working here in Providence to follow up leads, develop whatever video evidence we can, which eventually led to all the steps that you've seen and are laid out in the affidavit, which is on our website, and it is multiple pages. You'll see the progression. So while the FBI were working Coventry, we were working here. Now, you may ask, well, what was it about Coventry that made us, for those of us who've been in law enforcement for a long time, why did we have to run that lead to ground? Here's why. When the FBI confronted him, initially, he was not cooperative. When they entered the room to secure it, there were guns in the room. One of them had a laser sight. The witnesses had told us there was a laser sight used in the course of the attack. Okay, we had to run that to ground. We couldn't just not run that to ground. That was a very promising lead. But that's why you don't get over your skis about, and word choice is important. So while we had to test those ballistics and test the DNA off those guns, and that DNA ruled this guy out, okay? But we had to run that lead to ground. But while we're running that lead to ground over the course of Sunday, for the most part, my memory's correct, we were working other leads, which eventually led us to a recreation by the great work of the team, including the marshals, by the way, that are up here. Movements, image of our cooperating witness comes in, and you've heard the rest. So, this is the way these investigations work. You don't chase one and stop. We have chased more than one lead over the course of the last 4 to 5 days. There was one lead that we followed, didn't work out. There was another lead that we followed, didn't work out. There was another lead that we followed, didn't work out. So that's, at least in my mind, 5 different leads.
I think this guy has Parkinson's. Look at his face.
One worked out, 4 didn't.
I think he has Parkinson's.
But
They've been over their skis the whole time.
Hold on, Goofy, hold on.
I can't offer any comfort in that regard, but I don't believe that we would have found this person any sooner, given the evidence that was available to us.
The way back.
Can you say why it took so long to get the tipster's tip? It looks like he posted on Reddit on Monday and then said on Reddit that he told the FBI. Was it lost in the FBI's tip?
We received the tip about that post and immediately acted on it. And so that's exactly what occurred. As soon as the tip came in, we had a tip center upstairs that was staffed, as I mentioned earlier, by detectives and agents. They were going through hundreds of tips that were coming in, hundreds. We were vetting them through, ruling them out, just like the general stated. We were making sure that whatever came in, we checked it to its entire to ensure that we weren't missing anything. And so when we got to that tip, obviously, it led us to that person I wanted to speak with, and I told you the rest earlier. So.
Yeah, and I just want to complete that too, because this is important. This person had to come forward. That's why we put the picture out. Once we put the picture out, he came forward, right? But we didn't know who that person was. We knew about what was on Reddit, but we didn't know who that person was. That's why when we identified another person, we didn't know when that person came forward that he was the Reddit poster. He then told us he was, okay? So all of these things kind of happened in that sequence.
Chris?
This Valente figure, this is a question for President Paxson. Do we know why he left school early in 2001? Did he have a history of mental illness that was expressed during that time or recorded in that time?
No, we learned his name very, very recently, and we haven't had a chance to really dig into the records, but we will if it helps with the investigation.
This is another question.
We had a follow-up question.
This is another question about a student visa. You said he's here on a student visa now. What school is he affiliated with? He's here.
Yeah. So he's not here on a student visa now. He was initially, and then he applied for and received lawful permanent resident status in September of 2017. Okay.
Go right here.
What was Mr. Valente's profession, and have you searched his residence?
Again, as I stated earlier, we just identified who obviously that person, and this developed pretty quickly. So that's all part of the investigation that's coming.
And can you talk about, was there any interaction between him and law enforcement before he died?
No, not that we know.
I have a follow-up to her.
There you
And
go.
that is, do you know any associates of his, family members, friends, roommates? And if there are any in the United States, did any of them come forward through the process of this investigation?
No, not at this time. This evolved extremely quickly. We've been at this for 6 days. And so here we are, and we now identify who the person is. We're about to make an apprehension. As I stated earlier, he took his own life, but that's all part of the investigation that will continue about him. Go ahead.
Okay, so for President Paxson, Chief Farrow said he had no known criminal history that you know of. You were asked about possible mental illness while he was here. When he was at Brown, did he have any grievances, disputes with anyone? Any problems, any disciplinary issues, any problems at all that were documented?
Not that we know of at this point. I mean, again, these are very, very old records, you have to understand. We learned about this very recently. And I think going forward, as we want to learn more, we will cooperate with the investigation to give them the information they need.
Go ahead, in the white shirt.
Hi, Brittany, WCBB. This question is for Colonel Perez. You mentioned that Claudio was the primary suspect, primary focus from the beginning. If that's the case, can you elaborate more on why there was someone else detained initially?
Yeah, I saw that.
And the lead that led you to that person to being detained initially, if Claudio was the primary focus from the beginning?
Yeah, so,
And I have a follow-up.
sure, Brittany. Great question. So we have received a tip about that first person. We have received a tip about him wanting to get a permit to carry a firearm. And that led us to also learn that he was a person who potentially could be, it was just where he was denied and then he went to another department and the descriptions led us there. So we had it vetted through. Obviously, the FBI responded, followed through that whole tip, ended up finding the person, taking him to custody, finding him with 2 firearms, with a laser. And so it took a while for us to be able to rule him out. But it was a tip that came in. And as I stated earlier, as soon as the call came in, it was all hands on deck. And there was nothing that we were just going to say that is not anything that had to do with it, with this case. Obviously, we wanted to make an apprehension, and we went after that. So.
Yeah, I just wanted, if I could just jump in here, Mayor, I'm sorry to do that, but
He likes talking,
I think I heard
doesn't
you
he?
say that Mr. Valenti was the suspect from the start. No, he became their primary focus yesterday at around this time. This name was not known to us until yesterday. So when our cooperator came in last night, we were able to track the car, get the name, and then we were in the position of today, do we push that name out so that you can help us find this guy? Or do we think we know where he is? And so that was the balance. That was that back and forth analysis in our minds, collective investigative team minds, was going on today. But his name did not come to us until yesterday. As I said yesterday, until you have the name, which we did not have until yesterday, after our press conference together, that's when this thing heated up. As soon as you have a name, I believe you can find anybody in this country. And the fact that this team was able to do it in around 24 hours, I think is a tribute to them, their hard work around the clock, to do exactly what we have been talking about doing, which is how long is it going to take? And it took, roughly 5 days. And that's a tribute to them.
Brittany, if I could just clarify further on that. So what I meant, obviously, it was that the image that we released within hours of that person of interest that was walking on Waterman Avenue around the corner, that was sent out within minutes. That became a primary focus of the investigation of that person of interest. Yes. Please.
I believe it said the last address for Valenti was in Miami.
Correct.
Have law enforcement in Miami been notified? Are they searching this last address for any potential evidence?
No, Brittany, absolutely. Yes, that address, I believe, was one that predicated in 2001. And so absolutely, the law enforcement agencies, both federal and local, were
Where has he
notified
been
of
since
that. They also went to that residence as well, also talked to the individuals that was at that particular residence to see if they had any type of connections or associations with Valenti.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
On the way back.
Question for Colonel Perez, I'm sorry. For Univision in Spanish campus. What's next? Do you have any leads on the motives? Como acaba de preguntar la.
They're going to talk in Spanish now.
¿Qué es lo que viene ahora? Si es que saben cuál fue su motivo para matar a esa persona.
Sí, vamos a seguir. So the question was, what's next, right? What are we going to do next? And so la respuesta es que vamos a seguir, obviamente, trabajando con las organizaciones federales y también entre nosotros buscando esa inteligencia de quién es esa persona, qué motivo lo trajo aquí a la ciudad de Providence a cometer esta tragedia, este incidente. Pero eso va a tomar tiempo verdaderamente y vamos a tener que averiguar más para ver qué fue el motivo que llegó a esta ciudad.
¿Tienen alguna pista de qué podría haber sido?
Talking too fast, I can't translate.
No, hasta el momento no. Esto obviamente, como acabo de explicar ahorita, lo identificamos hace poco.
Go ahead. Right there.
What brought investigators specifically to New Hampshire? Does this person have a connection to New Hampshire? I know you said that the storage unit was in his name.
So it was the financial records that the federal agency followed through the investigation that led us to learn that this person had rented there, a storage unit. And so we responded immediately, and we found that the vehicle that we were looking for of interest was parked there.
Just one follow-up here.
Kate, go ahead.
Chief, can you speak a little bit more to that, again, identification of the vehicle of interest, the person who did that? And as you said, there was video capture. Could walk us through that aspect of this? Was this the witness who provided to you the vehicle? Can you walk us through how that vehicle of interest entered the investigation? And then I have a follow-up.
Correct. Yeah, it was part of the tip that was posted actually, and then also the tipster had called and had stated that this individual had a fob and was trying to enter a vehicle that was parked on Benevolent. And so because of that, we obviously knew there was a vehicle and there was a description of a vehicle. When we brought him in, he collaborated further on that vehicle. We put it out through Flock, the description of it, and we learned that within that time period, there was only a certain amount of vehicles that came up with those description fitting it. So our detectives obviously stayed on that and ended up finding this vehicle with Florida plates. And that's how we ended up with that specific vehicle. Then we had learned that the vehicle also potentially could have changed their plates. And as I stated earlier, we were able to find the vehicle on Flock, actually get the actual plate, learn that it was a car rental, which brought us up to learn that, that we needed to learn more at the rental place about the individual, which we did. And then further later, we find out, again, doing all the work that they did upstairs, I think it was tremendous too. If you had a chance and an opportunity to see how much work was put in, because it was bits and pieces of information. It's almost like putting a puzzle together. You only have just a few pieces and you're building it. And that later on led us with the financial records to learn that he rented a storage unit in New Hampshire, and that's why we ended up.
Okay, your follow-up. To that one for the Chief or the Attorney General. You mentioned again weighing that public interest versus the information that was available to law enforcement at the time, as this person, again, considered armed and potentially dangerous, was out there. The Chief just spoke to license plates changing on a variety of moments, if you will.
But was it too fast moving? Talk to us about Wayne again, that provides
Yeah.
information to the public with an armed and dangerous individual and vehicle use that involved multiple license plates, and your decision not to sort of real time inform the public of it.
Yeah, so we knew last night, who this guy was and that he had rented a car in Boston. So the question becomes, is he going to return the car to Boston? We got information he might return it to Connecticut. He didn't return it at all. But when we thought he might be returning it to the information, to the locations, we wanted to try to take him without him knowing we were coming. As soon as his name gets out there, he is going to be even more in the wind. And so the question becomes, if you think you might know where he is, right? Eventually you find the storage unit, right? So you're following that up. But initially you think he might return the car to Boston on Atlantic Avenue, I believe, or in Connecticut, perhaps to board a flight somewhere. You're weighing, can I take this guy because we know where he's going to be, and not alert him that we're coming. And so I would say this afternoon, we were going back and forth on that. But as the FBI and the ATF and our other partners, Providence Police, State Police, developed evidence as to where he was, ultimately in New Hampshire, we decided to pursue to that location. And there we found the car with those multiple plates that we were looking for, a Florida plate and a Maine plate on top of it.
Right there, go ahead.
That DNA evidence, where was that tested? And also the firearms examinations, we've had some trouble with the state lab here. Where were those?
I just wanted to touch real quick, and I know ATF is going to be able to answer you that, but that's a great question, Mark. And the reason for that is because when the incident first happened, it was our BCI unit that responded and collected that DNA and protected the integrity of that DNA and sent it out.
Thank you. The evidence collected, the DNA and the firearms were sent to the Connecticut State Police Lab. They had the best local capabilities to handle that type of evidence and do those type of examinations.
Mark, you follow up? You're good.
Thank
you. Wheeler, go ahead.
So is there an understanding of how he got to get the rental car in Boston, or what his movements were in the days and weeks before the shooting?
So if there's an understanding how he got to Boston to rent the car, is that?
Yeah, like where was he in the days and the weeks before this?
Yeah, so we're not sure about that, obviously, because we all started acting on this investigation when the incident happened, and that's when we started to follow through to learn more about it. So.
And remember, we didn't have his name until last night, so I think we'll know more about his movements as we're able to track that name. But the critical thing was, once we knew his name, was where is he right now? Certainly, going backwards, we're going to want to know how he got into the country, when he got here, and all that. But today's mission was get him off the streets where he poses a danger to Rhode Islanders and ultimately the people of New England.
How close was law enforcement to him when he took his own life? Were they closing in on him? Were they minutes away, seconds away from him?
Yeah, I don't think we know that yet. I mean, I think there will have to be a autopsy done to figure out when he took his life. What we do know is that he signed into that place, but we didn't see him coming out. So I would say at that point, I think, the instinct, at least that I had, was that he had taken his own life. But certainly, if he came out, he would have been arrested. I mean, he was, that site had been secured by the FBI. And
Go ahead, right there, please.
You mentioned shell casings in the hallway. Did he start in the classroom and then move to the hallway? Can you elaborate?
It looks like as soon as he entered, he started firing. We found over 44 rounds that were firing to the classroom, and that's all actually listed in the affidavit. I really want to have some respect for the family, for the victims and the students. I think that there is no reason for us to stand here and re-victimize anybody. If I was a father and I'm watching right now, I think it would re-victimize me even more. So I really want to pay some respect on some of the questions that you asked.
So I'm going to end with one last. I'm going to end with one.
How much money it costs this investigation? Brown going to reimburse the money to the city and the state, and she going to give some money to the gentleman. They give the license plate number, the homeless person.
So
I think Brown deserves to give money to that person.
Thank you for the question. I will say I can't speak for other agencies. On behalf of the city of Providence, we have not yet assessed what the cost of this investigation. Let me finish my answer. We have not yet assessed what the cost. Ronaldo, we're done. Okay. Listen, one last positive announcement.
What did I miss? What was he on about?
As has been said multiple times, the investigation continues. I know there's lots of question around motive, and otherwise the individuals here are still hard at work. Yesterday, we gave an update with respect to the survivors. I'm happy to say that one condition was upgraded, and now all 6 survivors are in stable condition. It is important to not lose fact of the fact that 6 people are still in the hospital who I know would welcome our prayers. This has been a traumatic moment for our community. I hope that today's announcement starts the healing process and provides some closure for that. As the governor, I think, very eloquently stated, lots of people are going to leave town today, but the rest of us will all still be here, and we're going to have a long road ahead. And I know that what we do best as Rhode Islanders is support one another. I know this community will support one another to move forward after the worst act of violence that any of us can remember. The press has played an important role in helping us push out information and get to this moment today. We're very grateful for all of you. I'm sure some people will be willing to talk after the press conference. Thank you all for your time.
Has President Trump reached out to anybody on the team to congratulate them?
First, I got to bring up President Trump.
Thanks. Governor, thank you.
All right, now we can talk for a minute before we go to the next one. I know I got a couple of people on Discord. So while I search for that other one,
that was just ridiculous.
What I thought was weird is they said, well, he got in an argument with somebody, he left, and then he came back, and then he shot them. Well, then how is that connected to the MIT? It doesn't make sense that would be connected to the MIT one.
Yeah, they're saying, we think he might have barked or something like that. I'm like, well, why the secrecy about that? I don't know. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He may, I don't know. The whole thing is, and then the MIT professor is from Portugal as well, and that's where this guy is. They went to the same university, I guess, or something.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look up MIT. Let's see. It's on Fox. I know that. So let's go to Fox.
But for them to be like get all aggrieved and upset, all the conspiracy theorists. I'm like, well, you guys have nobody to blame but yourselves for that. It's like you're not being forthcoming.
Yeah.
Nope.
Let's see. I saw it's what is Fox calling this? U.S. Attorney FBI. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah, didn't they say all this stuff like in the very beginning that like they had the person, released him, and got another person? I mean, I'm confused.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they said it was a person of interest.
And now we believe them, right? And, like all of a sudden, like they're not even done with the interview.
I think so now. Yeah.
I turned Goofy down. She's way too loud too. You and Andy are loud today.
Okay.
No, I turned you guys down. You're good.
Yeah. That first person of interest. That really sucked. I was like, because his name leaked and everything.
Oh yeah.
And he had nothing to do with it. So.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
and then the guy
who's the dude? Yeah.
He's a
some
Portuguese guy. 48-year-old.
Went to Brown. But he's a physicist.
2001.
He went to school for
They released
physicists.
the name? Well, that's
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Well, that's what they
Claudio
say.
something or another.
But he was also he went to school for physicists, for whatever. But
physics, and the MIT
other guy
professor.
He was a fusion expert, which is physicist.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't make sense. They say, well, he walked in, he got in an argument with this person, then then he came back and shot him. It just doesn't make sense, If he went, it makes sense in that light. But then when you say, well, he also then went to Brown and shot a physicist, a fusion expert. That's.
You mean MIT?
I mean, yeah, MIT. Thank you.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, and not only that, it was 2 days later after the Providence police had so thoroughly just screwed up any of the initial part of the investigation.
Yeah.
that allowed him to escape and then killed this other Portuguese. So that's weird. So the professor was also
From Portugal.
from Portugal, and I think about the same age as this guy, who had also studied physics back in the early 2000s and dropped out basically for one reason or another. And I get it because I dropped out of studying physics too. So
Gavin says Hope is the closest to New Hampshire. We need to send her down there to audit them.
Yeah. So physics is so very interesting.
All right, should we check out this other one now? Because I got the other press conference ready to go. This is
So what are they saying? Like this dude like did the Brown killing and then went up and killed the MIT.
Yes,
that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, so far they said first they said it wasn't connected. Now they're saying it is. That's why we're now in MIT.
they're saying it's the exact same guy.
Yeah. So now that's why we're here at the MIT press conference whenever everybody's ready to watch it.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
let's watch this one now.
Breached a storage locker in Salem, New Hampshire, in search of Claudio Neves Valente, a Portuguese national we believed shot and killed two Brown University
What's up, AC?
students
Thanks for the
and an
raid.
MIT professor in Brookline, Massachusetts. Federal agents found Neves Valente dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The United States Attorney's Office in Boston, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and
Her
New
necklace
Hampshire
handcuffs?
have been working throughout the day to establish probable cause to charge Neves Valente. Earlier today, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Massachusetts filed a criminal complaint under seal detailing the chain of events over the past 6 days, including information that led us to today's search of the storage locker in New Hampshire. This is what we learned during this multi-jurisdictional investigation. Neves Valente studied at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island on an F-1 visa around 2000 to 2021. He eventually obtained legal permanent resident status. Previously, he attended the same academic program as the MIT professor Nuno Loureiro in Portugal between 1995 and 2000. Although Neves Valente appeared to reside in Florida, between November 26 and November 30 of this year, he rented a hotel room in Boston. On December 1st, he rented a gray Nissan Sentra with Florida plates from a car rental agency in Boston. That same day, he drove to the vicinity of Brown University, where his car was observed intermittently between December 1st and December 12th. On December 13th, Neves Valente entered an auditorium on Brown University's campus during a study session and began shooting at students, killing Ella Cook and Mohammed Aziz Umarzokov and injuring 9 others. Between December 13th and December 14th, Neves Valente returned to Massachusetts. On December 15th, he murdered MIT professor Nuno Loureiro at Loureiro's home in Brookline, Massachusetts. At some point while he was in Massachusetts, he switched the plates on the Nissan Sentra to an unregistered plate out of Maine. Immediately following Professor Loureiro's murder, Neves Valente drove to a storage facility in Salem, New Hampshire, where he had rented a storage unit in November of this year. Since the December 13th shootings at Brown and the December 15th shooting in Brookline, state, local, and federal law enforcement officials have been working hand in hand around the clock to identify the shooter and prevent him from inflicting further harm. I have said this before and will continue to believe when law enforcement agencies work together, crimes are solved and the public is protected. The information we provided to you tonight would not be possible without the dedicated men and women of law enforcement in multiple districts throughout New England, including the FBI, ATF, HSI, the U.S. Marshal Service, Massachusetts State Police, Rhode Island State Police, Providence Police, Brookline Police, and the Brown University Police. In addition, prosecutors for the Rhode Island Attorney General's Office and the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office and federal prosecutors from Rhode Island, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts all contributed to this result. I also want to thank Attorney General Pam Bondi for her support in coordinating the federal response.
Can you tell us anything about his motive and the two sets of victims and how they might be related and how he might be related to them?
That is not information that we can share right now, but as soon as that information becomes available, we will share that with the public.
Are you able to say anything of what led you to link the two crimes, perhaps initially?
Yes, the question was how were we able to
Good, I don't
link
think
him
he
to the
raised the
two
volume up.
crimes? So investigators identified the vehicle that he had rented in Boston and then drove to Rhode Island. And he was seen the vehicle was seen outside of Brown, and there was security footage that showed a person who resembled him. There was financial investigations that were going on in the background that linked him not only to that car, but also to the hotels that he had rented and the car that he had used to not only drive to Rhode Island, but then back to Boston. And then there was the security footage that captured him within a half mile of the professor's residence in Brookline. And there is a video footage of him entering an apartment building in the location of the professor's apartment. And then later that evening, he is seen about an hour later entering the storage unit wearing the same clothes that he had been seen wearing right after the murder.
So you have an extensive video canvas as part of this investigation. That leaves you no doubt.
This is the evidence we have right now. We are coming to you tonight because the federal complaint was unsealed, and we wanted to provide you with the information and to assure the public that law enforcement collectively believe that we have the person, that we identified the person, and that person is dead, and that he was the person responsible not only for the Brown shootings, but for the Brookline shooting.
Can you speak to before self-inflicted gun violence? Was there any interaction between law enforcement and Nevis Valente? Like any words exchanged or anything like that?
No, when investigators went into the storage facility tonight to execute the federal search warrant, he was dead.
Do you think he entered there this evening?
No.
He entered an hour after what happened in Brookline.
Yes.
And do you know how long that storage? Did he rent that? Like how long?
Our understanding from the financial investigation is that he had rented a storage facility at the location in Salem, New Hampshire in November.
Can you confirm whether or not he used the same weapon in the Brown shooting as he did in the MIT shooting?
Ballistics investigation was ongoing and has not been completed at this time, so we're not going to comment on that.
Can you give us any sense of when you started to recognize perhaps that he was the same person? I know it was through the video, but when it sort of dawned on investigators that these two cases were related?
It was in the last 24 to 48 hours that my understanding, according to my understanding, is when the link began to be established. And that was mainly, he was using a phone that was obfuscating ability to track it. And he was using financial, not credit cards that were tied to his name. And so he was sophisticated in hiding his tracks.
According to the complaint that was unsealed, it said that Nevis Valente and the MIT professor had attended an academic program together in Portugal from 1995 to 2000. Do you know if they knew each other? Or
My understanding is that they did know each other.
Have they been in communication since that last date?
I don't have any information to provide you.
Would you call this targeted?
We're still investigating the motive in this case and trying to, because like I said, he was very careful in his communications, and we just don't have any information right now to answer that question. But when we get that information, we will share it. The storage locker in which his body was found, my information is that no.
Is that satchel? in the storage?
Yes.
What was in it?
Can you repeat the question? I can't hear you online.
So the question was there anything else in the storage unit aside from the defendant's body? And the answer is he was found in there with his satchel. There was nothing else found in there that I am aware of, but they're still in the process of searching that facility right now.
Did he kill himself right away?
We don't have any information when he killed himself, but he was dead when investigators found his body.
Can you tell us anything about his life? Like, I think he said the last known address was in Florida. Like, what he was doing? Was he working? Was he in the field of physics, which he had studied? Any sort of biographical stuff you can tell us about him?
Because his identity was only become aware to us in the last 24 hours, I can't provide you with any of that information right now, but I'm sure once we have a full understanding of what he has been doing, where he has been, aside from the time when he entered into New England in November, we will provide that information. We have no information that he knew any of the victims or anyone who was at that auditorium on the time, the night that he went in and killed.
Have you been able to find anything about when he did attend Brown, whether there were any issues, if he was there briefly, was he kicked out, you know?
That information hasn't been provided to us yet.
Given what you see on the video of the MIT professor's home, is there any doubt that he was the intended target of the killing?
The information that I know, and again, the investigations are going to continue to be able to provide you with all the answers that you are asking, is that there was no doubt that he was the intended target.
What was inside that satchel?
That is information that is still being, the investigators are still on the scene right now conducting that investigation, and we haven't received information as to what was in the satchel.
Was there any suicide note?
No information right now.
How about in terms of the charges themselves? I mean, there was the crime in Rhode Island and also the 1 year. How does that sort of get sorted out? How does he get charged?
So there are state crimes, including the murders, and then there are the federal crimes, which is one that we brought tonight. The jurisdictions are working together, and we have been sharing information together and encouraging everyone to share information that could result in solving the crimes that were committed in their jurisdictions. And we will continue to do that if there are any doubts that are left with closing out those investigations. We will continue to share all the information so that we can share with you whatever motivations come to light as to why these heinous crimes were committed.
Are you confident, I guess maybe that's not the right word, but do you believe that he acted alone, or is there any evidence that anyone else was traveling with him there?
We have no information that he was acting in concert with anyone else right now.
Anything interesting found in the car?
That search is still underway, but we will provide you again with more information as soon as we get it.
Anything more you can tell us about, you said he hid his own tracks. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So he was using an application on his phone, and there have been a couple of things. The Google phone doesn't allow officers to ping the direct location and get real-time location information about the phone. There was also beliefs that he was using SIM cards that were possibly European SIM cards that are carried through a provider in the United States, but does not provide real-time information about tower connections.
In the car?
The vehicle he rented, we have video of him renting the car at Enterprise here in Boston.
And the fake plate from Maine was just...
We haven't figured out now where he got that plate from. It was an unregistered plate in Maine. We have information that that plate was a very old plate that had been taken out of the registration status over a decade ago.
When his body was found, can you just describe what he was surrounded by? Can you just paint the picture as to what was in that unit?
What I can say is he rented one unit. His body was found in a unit that was not occupied, and there was nothing else in there from what I have heard, but this is information that I was getting an hour or two ago from agents who were conducting the searches there. When we get further information, the information will be made public, including in the returns for the search warrant that we obtained this evening.
Was he living in it effectively since after the Brookline incident?
I have no information right now as to the unit that he had actually rented. The tactical teams were there to search, and they were obviously concerned that there could be booby traps or other types of security issues. And so when they noticed that that storage unit was still locked from the outside, it was clear that he couldn't be inside. And so they started searching the abandoned or the non-occupied units with the approval of the management, and that is when they found the body right next door.
I know that you haven't had much time. Does he have any sort of criminal record that you know of at this point in time?
We are not aware of any criminal record in the United States.
Do you have any information about his life in Florida? What he did?
My understanding, it was South Florida. I know that they know the address, but nothing has been made public about that yet. And I'm assuming that there will be searches.
What he did down there?
I have no information.
And just to be clear, did he fly up from Florida for this, do you think? Did he travel from Florida?
Again, the motive, and we have information of his being in New England throughout 2025. But once we get the information about why he came up here, what drove him to be up here, we will share that with the public.
Any question on how long he had been a lawful permanent resident of the U.S.?
I don't have that information.
Well, I mean, the only two ties that you have or can talk about now is he went to Brown and he went to this graduate school with the professor in Portugal. I mean, those are the only two ties that you can talk about now in terms of their relationship.
That is correct right now.
Graduate school or undergrad?
Whatever it was.
They were in school.
Jeff, you have a question? Do you know if he was in contact with anybody either immediately before coming to New England or after he got here?
That is not information that we have to share right now.
Just one more.
Do you know, did he have any contact with anybody else besides, the rental, the hotel, in his travels?
That is information that we can't. I
Sorry,
don't
guys,
have
I'm trying to
share
make it
with you
louder
right
so you can hear her.
Just one question.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead, question. Is there, there was been some reports on social media by this saying that a man who was homeless and who was sort of living in at Brown was the one who sort of saw him and thought he was suspicious and took his plate number and then was urged by other people on Reddit to make sure he reported. Is that true? You say there was a witness, but is that his account true that he's the one that helped break this or gave a crucial tip? How would you describe that?
We did receive information from a witness who encountered him after the Brown shooting and gave information that was very helpful to the investigation and in identifying Neves Valente.
You're going to get the 50,000?
We'll let you know. The accounts that are on the record right now is what we can comment on, but we will provide again more information so that the public will have confidence in our investigations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was quick. She has no booty. All right, so there's that one. That was a quick one. She had more information though than the last group though, if you noticed. All right, let's open up Discord again. Now we can open up Discord again. Hello. Discord is open.
Hi.
What's up, Hope?
Hello.
Whoa, hold on. I gotta turn AC way the hell down. Jeez Louise, dude.
Yeah, mushy mushy.
Mushy mushy.
There we go. Now everybody's at a decent level, I think.
Oh dear.
And Eddie, got more news for you. Good news coming out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee. Well, let's see. Hold on. Let me wait. Before you tell us, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What has been going on in Wisconsin lately? The only thing I can think of it would be the how the governor and the FBI and all that faked the Proud Boy stuff. that what we're talking about?
Right.
No, you're talking about the
No,
judge, aren't you?
Oh, the judge.
Yes,
Oh,
I.
that judge. Yeah.
The judge has been found guilty. The judge has been found guilty.
Woohoo! Good. Thank you for telling us, AC. That's good. Well, I mean, even her other judge, the other judge that was working with her, I saw was saying, "Well, yeah, you know, she asked me to help, and I said, I'm not helping you do that. That's against the law." That's good news, AC. Awesome. And by the way, thanks for the raid earlier. We appreciate it. I got to raid somebody tonight.
Hey, that
It-
I don't normally get to raid you
Yeah, we're on different
when you
hours.
do this stream. I'm not usually on at this time of the night, so I was like, let me raid it, Eddie, since because I only did one of them. I only did the first one because of the proximity to me. She's an Alabama girl.
Right
Who
on.
was?
Who was an Alabama girl? Who are you talking about?
Ella Cook, one of the victims.
Oh, she was an Alabama girl. Oh, wow.
She lived in Birmingham. She grew up in Birmingham. And Hope, thank you.
What do you have?
For the picture, yeah, that you would like that.
What picture did you send?
It was one that I found
Discord.
on. Yeah, it was
You'll
one
have
I
to
found
go
on.
to the Discord, and I had to laugh at it.
Okay, hold on. My Discord or your Discord?
Mine.
His Discord.
And she
Okay.
tags me in it.
Firekeepers. There we go.
Yeah. Hope is holding out on us, apparently.
I know she's sending Discord pictures somewhere else.
Yeah, like
Oh, okay, that's
what?
cool.
But it pertains to me and her, the joke me and her have. So that's a Did you? How much do I owe you?
I found it on Twitter, so.
Dude, take all his money, Hope. Take all of his
It's-
money.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was really good, so I had to share it in his Discord.
Oh man.
Eddie, I think you should share it on your screen so people who
I
aren't
did
in
share.
his Discord.
I did share it on my screen. Let me.
He did.
I
He
didn't
did
see it.
share it on the screen.
And so she sent the joke is because if you don't know AC has one leg and he's got a fake leg, so we always make fun of him over his fake leg.
And I always ask
So-
for his leg.
Hey, you might as well call and see how much the leg is.
I know where they found it, so.
Ah, darn.
Man.
But as you can tell, I have fun with it.
Yeah, well, we all do. You gotta have fun if you're crippled. What do you guys think about the whole Oh wait, I can stop sharing my screen now, huh? What do you guys think about the whole thought on this between the two different places? Like he killed himself, right? I bet you if he was such good with his phone so they couldn't track him, I bet you he cleaned his phone out before he shot himself. What do you guys think?
But Eddie, I will say this now: he can do everything, even the factory reset. The stuff that you have on your phone is there. It will always be there, and that's what most people don't understand.
I don't know.
Even with a computer.
Well, I don't know. Andy's still muted. I don't know if Andy's here or not. Andy is the IT guy, so I wonder if he might know about that.
Hey, yeah, I was gonna actually just kind of wait for. I'm gonna have to actually say goodnight, but yeah, no, yeah, the information can stay in memory for a long time. So
Really?
it's called data remnants.
Mm-hmm.
They can, yeah, if it's been there, they can. It depends. It does eventually degrade over time. Those where it would be really not that useful.
Gotcha.
But but it's still fresh. So
Like I remember I used to work for a company and we made hard drives for Seagate and we would refurbish them. And so I was one of my jobs was taking apart the hard drives when they came in. And if they were ever from the federal government, they had a whole bunch of holes in the discs.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get any information off of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty standard. You destroy them to get rid of the information, and or you could do overwrites. Like you could do a with the spinning platter hard drives. You could you override them with a bunch of ones and zeros, or utilities that would do that. You could do it a whole bunch, and that's how you could wipe them.
Yeah, and Mike
Well,
Jones,
what about the cloud?
he might not have been
it's-
connected to the
yeah.
cloud. You never
Yeah,
know.
you're right. I mean, once stuff is on the cloud, though, it's really there forever, or can be deleted out of
Even-
him.
So real quick, Mike Jones,
Yeah.
they're saying that it was the same shooter at Brown and also the MIT. So it's the same shooter who they found dead tonight from both cases, is what they're saying.
There is one shooter for both instances.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Well,
Anyway.
that's what I guess they're gonna. Go ahead. Sorry, Andy.
I was just saying, good night, though, everybody. I'm tired. I got to get some sleep. So,
Go to bed,
Oh,
Andy.
squeeze.
all right. Have a good night.
Good night, Andy.
Bye.
No, honey.
Wow. Oh, I was gonna say AC left too, but no, he's up there. He doesn't want to show his dirty face because he's got the beard all the way. By the way, did you do your thing today for the Santa Claus thing?
That was yesterday.
That was
I thought.
yesterday. How did it go?
No, you mean the all day? Yeah, that was Wednesday, and it went good. I got home right before I had to do my live stream.
Nice.
Did you do it as Santa?
Yes, I did do it at Santa.
What is that?
And I'm
What?
I said, what is that?
I was playing Santa. And then Sunday I have to dress up in the outfit one more time. That will be the last time. Sunday's the last time I dress up as Santa for the year.
I can hear the kids. How come Santa walks like that? Does he only have one leg? Is Santa a cripple?
They cannot tell. Most people can never tell if I don't say something.
Really?
That's awesome.
Not me. You can tell. Anybody who see me walk, you can tell I'm crippled right away. Not that hard.
But Eddie, you also have to figure we've talked about this.
Yeah.
It took me a year and a half to walk like a normal human being. I'm not gonna let that go overnight.
That's true. So, did you shave your beard yet, or can you still play with it like I can?
I still have it.
You should braid it, Eddie. And AC.
It's not long enough yet to braid it, is it?
Yeah, y'all should.
A little braid.
Yeah, y'all should braid them together.
It goes above my eyes. Hold on. It goes up right about here. That's how high it goes.
And then you could put glitter in it, and then you could shave it.
No glitter. No glitter.
But then you can shave it.
No glitter. I don't want to shave it.
Hey,
I'm trying to catch up to David Devine.
I want the ZZ Top look.
With the ZZ Top look? There you go. But you're not going to make their money or get to drive their 34 Ford Coupe, which was stolen.
Nope. No, I'm not gonna get that.
Can you drive a car? Which leg is it that's...
It's the left.
Oh, so you can still drive a car.
Yeah. But the thing about it, I can't drive what I would actually like to drive.
You can't drive a stick?
I can't drive a stick.
I can still. And you know what's funny? So my when I was married, my wife had a stick shift. And when I went to college, campuses are long, so I used my wheelchair to get across campus and stuff like that. Because I had classes over here, I had classes over there. And so one day I had to take my wife's car, which is a stick shift. And so I'm getting into the car with my wheelchair and stuff, and this guy looks down at me, he's like, "Holy shit, the crippled guy drives a stick."
The crippled guy drives it.
Well, I don't know if he said it that way.
And Mike, I'm gonna show you something that most people don't know. I don't even know if Mr. Eddie knows about this one. Let me actually get the link.
Uh-oh, he's gonna show us something.
It's a stick.
It's a stick.
It's a stick.
Yeah.
Jose,
Wait,
you want to see?
I don't know if I want to see what AC's about to show me. He's looking awfully hard. He's got to go in his hidden files. Do not show people
No,
this.
it's not my hidden files. I had to find it on my daily show.
Is it not safe for work? Is that
No,
one of those
And
files?
it,
I actually
it's
saw
not
this
one
earlier.
of those files.
I think I shared this on my X, but copy. Turn the pin off. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Oh no, well you got it from a different place. Brown University received a letter from 34 human rights groups in August requesting they disable their CCT system. Yeah, I saw that. And the reason why, oh look, it was on my birthday too, August 19th. But the reason why is they're trying to say, well, we don't want illegal aliens on the camera because then the federal government might see them and then get to take and have them deported, right? Isn't that what that was? Yeah.
Yep.
Such a joke.
Eddie, did you do you still have that link that I put in chat earlier?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go find it. I saved it, but then the things went on for so long. I'm sure I have it. Yeah, I have it. Right. No. Is this the one? It's on JLR.
Nope, that's not it.
Okay, hold on. Gonna be a presser soon. It was during the presser.
Wrong.
Hold on, I'll find it. Cause it's
Y'all remember that
she's the only
movie?
one in YouTube.
Y'all
land.
remember that movie Independence Day?
I haven't seen that
Yes.
forever.
Yes, where everybody goes up on top and they're like waiting for the aliens to come. They're like,
Here, I'll put it in chat
yes,
again.
here we are. And then they
got
get
it. I got it.
blasted.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Okay. I gave you the same. I mean, it was.
Okay, let's see. This is on the illegals in Columbus, right?
Yeah, it's from the mayor and the chief of police. They released this video today because ICE is in Ohio right now and Kansas.
Your police chief is named Elaine Bryant. They have a judge in Detroit named Elaine Bryant, and she is a mean old woman.
Well, yeah, just watch the video.
Okay, I'm gonna play it right now.
Hi, I'm Mayor Andy Ginther.
And I'm Police Chief Elaine Bryant.
In light of the deployment of federal immigration and customs enforcement agents in our city, we understand that many of our neighbors may feel concerned for their safety.
Oh my God.
Please know that we stand with you and everyone who calls Columbus home. Since 2017, I've been clear that City of Columbus resources will not be used to help federal deportation efforts or investigations based solely on immigration status.
Fucking liberals.
That includes the officers and resources of Columbus
Is
Police.
she a DI hire?
Please know that CPD will not investigate Columbus residents solely based on immigration status. We will only investigate or apprehend someone if there is evidence of a crime. We cannot prevent ICE from being here, but if there is illegal or dangerous conduct, CPD officers will be present to maintain public safety. Every Columbus resident
Look at the
should
glasses.
continue to feel safe to call CPD and 911.
It's important that you know your rights and ways to keep yourself and your family safe.
Wait a minute. Are they just now going to explain to him, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that, and so that way the ICE is just going to beat the shit out of them now because they're doing what you tell them to do? Is that what they're going to say?
Just keep watching.
Okay.
Safe. First, carry identification or documentation of your status with you.
What if you're
Stay
illegal?
calm and truthful when interacting with law enforcement. Know that you have the right to remain silent. Do not obstruct federal operations. Also, know that you do not have to allow immigration agents onto private property unless they can show you a warrant from a judge. Memorize the phone number of someone you can call if you need help. And know how to contact legal aid, Community Refugee and Immigration Services, and Columbus Police. We're committed to ensuring the safety and belonging of every Columbus resident, regardless of where you were born. Go to columbus.gov for more information.
You notice how they don't say regardless if you're illegal or not, but that's what they
So
mean.
that was recorded at one of the TV studios here.
That was recorded at a TV studio there, and it's
Yeah.
funny because you told me something or you text us something today, Hope, and I
Mhm.
won't say what you text us, but it's funny how you got that call and then this happens. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Eddie or Hope, can you guys send me the link for that, please?
On Bernie Moreno's X.
It's here. Just look in my chat. I put it in there
Yeah,
so
I
you
put
can
it in
copy
the
it.
YouTube chat too. It was Libs of TikTok, and then Bernie Moreno commented on it too.
Well, Libs of TikTok shared something good today too. I forget what she was. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because we went straight
The
into X.
TikTok shares a lot. That young lady shares a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, she does. Wait, hold on. I think I shared it on my profile. Let's see if I can find it. You know what I've noticed? Not everything. So I share everything on my X, so I can go through it later on the show. Not everything shows up that you reshared. Kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, you're banned.
You know, did you guys see this when I said so? There, I don't know how true this is. It says I've been informed there's a veteran named Daryl Lee Arelt who was proudly serving during Vietnam War as a second lieutenant and is being laid to rest with no known family to attend. This is in Arizona, in Marana. I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should go to this like I did the last one I did. What do you guys think?
Yeah, go.
It's like a 14-hour drive to Phoenix at least. And I'll probably have to get me and Donnie will probably have to get a hotel room. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Let me find it was Libs of TikTok. Okay, we didn't get this far. Eric Daughtry. Oh yeah, and did you hear about this lady? She's now up to like $200,000 and over $200,000. And they are saying now that the girl who harassed her at Target has been fired. I don't have proof of it yet, but that's what I've been hearing. Oh yeah, Kamala Harris went on freaking the dumbass show, Jimmy Kimmel show last night and said, "Yeah, well, we didn't want to release the Epstein files. We strongly and rightfully believe that there should be an absolute separation between what we wanted as an administration and what the Department of Justice did." But now they want it. Now they want it. Let me see. Can I find this? What was this?
Oh, go check out my. Here's one for. Here's one for you. I want to see what Miss Hope says about it.
What?
Oh, that was from last night. I guess I
put
don't have
it in
it.
chat.
I don't
I'll
have
send
it.
it to you, Miss Hope.
You put it in chat? In chat in Discord?
No, on Rumble.
I'm not in Rumble.
Yeah, Hope doesn't like Rumble.
It was stopping for me last night when I was in Rumble. I'm like, I'm done with this.
I don't know why it messes up for you so much.
It does it for all of us.
Yeah, but Hope it really
one
doesn't like Hope though. It does it a lot on Hope.
Which browser are you using?
Chrome.
That's why.
No, that was what you just sent me. What the heck?
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
what I sent.
No, that
Yeah, Brutus loves ice raids.
hold on.
What is it?
It was a comment to with the Columbus one. It says there's a picture of that says Brutus loves ice raids.
Is that the name of the Ohio University mascot?
Brutus is the Buckeye. Brutus the Buckeye. That's the character's name.
Gotcha. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, there you
Apparently,
go.
the NASCAR guy that died in the plane crash
Greg
today.
Biffle? Yeah. What's your question?
He played for Ohio State football.
He did.
I don't know.
He was never all that good. He played, but didn't play very often. So yes.
Because I was like, wait, what? Like,
So
most people.
His wife and his
There's a
2
lot of
kids have been
people-
killed. I think they said 7 people in total. Somebody in this family's a redhead. I don't know if he's a redhead. I don't remember. His wife Christina and their children Emma and Ryder. That's kind of lost that. I think one of the children was like 5 or 6, right? Something like that, maybe 4.
yeah, that was the child that they
5.
both shared, and then the daughter was from the previous marriage.
Oh, maybe that's why she has red hair. Let's see. Family devastated, lost. Yeah, drunk uncle. I text him and he's like, "Yeah, it was very tragic. It's very tragic. It happened right by us."
Oh,
That is.
And they said he was a pilot, but I don't think he was the one flying. I don't think.
I don't think he was flying.
Yeah, I used to. I mean, he drove what? I can see his car. Didn't he drive the number 99? I think. Hold on, let's see. Was it 99? I saw a car up here.
Something like that.
he did a lot of
16.
humanitarian
16.
work when Helene hit.
Yeah, he flew his own helicopter down to bring supplies to the people in North Carolina when they
Yeah.
when the government FEMA wasn't helping them.
Yeah, it's almost like Kobe Bryant all over again.
Yeah. And I know it was kind of a joke and it was probably a bad joke, but I asked Hope if it was a Boeing plane.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was a small one. But
Mike?
yeah, no. Did
Mike-
you watch that documentary
Which one?
on Boeing on Netflix?
Oh, I think I watched some of it. I'm not sure how much of it I watched.
What's the name of it, Hope? I know you've said it before.
I forget what it was called.
Yeah,
but
I
it
don't
talks
have
about
Netflix. But
yeah, it talks about how Boeing has covered things up, specifically since McDonnell Douglas took it over and changed a whole bunch of things, and the safety just went downhill after that.
And now we just awarded them our the new fighter jet. Kind of
Wait,
scary.
it's
Yeah,
called
the
Downfall?
F-47.
What's that?
Yeah, the
Downfall?
F-47.
I'm not sure what it was called.
I typed in Ohio, but it's not showing anything about Ohio.
It'd be Ohio State.
Yeah, I think it is called Downfall.
Or Frontline? Boeing's Fatal Flaw?
No, it was on
This is a-
Netflix. I don't
There's
think
a
it was
couple.
from Frontline.
Oh, which is that Scrock? He'll know.
Yeah, Downfall says case against Boeing, Netflix documentary interview with Rory Kennedy. How long is it? Is it like under an hour or is it like a couple hours?
No, he didn't go
I think
to.
it was maybe an hour and a half, maybe.
Oh.
It says no. Greg Biffle did not attend Ohio State University. So no. He grew up in Vancouver, Washington, attended Evergreen High School, and pursued a professional racing career. So no, he didn't go to any universities. How about this? What other sports did Greg Biffle play?
Oh, Hope, I just got your card.
Oh,
And,
good.
Yes. I was like, yay, I'm a lucky one. I got the golden ticket.
Nope,
I
nothing.
haven't opened it because I didn't know if it was going to explode on me.
You got to worry about Hope when it
Everybody's
comes
so scared about glitter.
because you're the
Oh,
glitter
no, I'm
queen.
not scared about glitter. But if it's going to explode, then I want to bring it inside the house and then like put like some stuff underneath when I open it so I can collect all the
Panda.
glitter and then send it back to you.
Hope is trying to get Gra filled with
I
glitter.
don't want to waste it.
Yeah, I am. Apparently he raced at Mid Ohio though, which is in Mansfield, Ohio.
I've been to Mansfield, Ohio,
I know you have been.
because Hope
It's
took me
actually
there.
it's in
I've
Lexington.
been to more places in Ohio than both of you, probably.
Well, for me, for sure, because I've only been to Columbus and I've only been to Mansfield, and where else? And where was that bakery at? Hope. Have you ever been to the Seven Sisters Bakery or Six Sisters Bakery?
It's Eight Sisters Bakery, but
Oh, well, I was totally wrong both times. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh, they have the best donuts.
it's been almost 3 years and you're still talking about this donut.
Oh, you're taking me again when Goofy and David and I show up over there. What's up,
Hey,
Mischief? What's up, big guy? You know, we might have to go see Mischief too, because I hear he's down in Wisconsin. He's in Wisconsin right now.
He's a good kid.
Because I buy car parts for the. I can't even do the Dan Aykroyd. I buy car parts for the American citizen. What movie?
I have no idea.
You don't know what movie? It's got it's Dan Aykroyd, right? And he owns a car auto parts place. Because I buy cars for
It's
the
not.
American
It's
people.
not Doctor Detroit, is it?
No, I know you guys have seen the movie. It's Tommy Boy.
I've seen it once,
It's Tommy Boy.
Just put it.
With
but it's
There-
set in Sandusky.
Yes, it is Sandusky, Ohio. Let's see. Let's go to YouTube.
And
You ever seen Doctor Detroit? That was a good movie.
What movie?
Doctor Detroit. That was with
Never heard of it.
the ghost. Well, Doctor Detroit.
Here we go.
I want your
Eddie's
truck
on
to help
top.
you
Hold on.
get
Listen.
the job done. I want your cruiser to get out there safely so you can clean up the streets. And I want your kids to be safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you, son. The name's Zelensky. I make car parts for the American working man because that's what I am. And that's who I care about.
That was the commercial. Just
Oh,
the voice.
Eddie,
Yes.
look up who Sean Ryan's next guest is.
Sean Ryan's next guest. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, they released like a trailer.
Sean Ryan
Is
show.
it Cash Patel?
No.
Let's see. Dan Crenshaw. Oh, they're gonna do that now, huh? No,
No,
wait.
that's going to be January 2nd, but the next one is dropping this week.
Steve
And
Bunting.
it's somebody you don't expect.
The Vigilance Elite production of SRS episode 263 is live on the Sean Ryan channel. Is that which one you're talking
No.
about?
No. Hold on, let me find the
Watch
link.
it for Steve Bunting. This is just showing what's live.
No, it's sorry, it was on X.
Yeah, I'm
I
on
should have
X.
said that.
I'm on X.
Give me a second.
Is it Candace Owens?
No,
Is it Donald Trump?
no.
Go
Enri-
fish.
Oh,
Is it Enrique
that's gonna
Tarrio?
be an 268 is going to be interesting.
I just put it in chat. Yeah, isn't it AC?
Yeah, with Dan Crenshaw.
No.
Okay, hold on.
Go fish.
No,
It's like 10 seconds.
okay, hold on. I just got the link from Hope. The Sean Ryan show. Who is it gonna be? Yeah, I was seeing this. It doesn't say. The full hour episode premieres Friday. Vigilance Elite. Hold on, there's no sound. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. No way. Hunter Biden.
Uh-huh.
Hunter Biden is going to be on there this Friday. So that's tomorrow night at 4:00 my time. So that
Well,
gives,
that's the Patreon. It'll release on Monday at 1.
okay. So I guess I know what I'm watching Monday at 1. Hunter Biden. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Interesting.
Oh, I hope John grills him on all this.
And it's a 5-hour episode, so
Yeah. Whoa. Who was the
That
redheaded?
is-
Look at this girl, redhead. Ooh.
Hey, Hope, send me. I forgot. I want that link, Eddie, please,
For which one?
for the Sean Ryan episode.
It's in Discord. That's where I got it. I mean, it's in Rumble. That's where Hope. Or no. Oh, never mind. Hold on. She posted it in YouTube land. Hold on. I'll post it. There it is. It's posted now in Rumble chat. Let's see if they're saying anything else right now about the 20 Oh, did you guys hear about Barack Obama and how they're finding out how he was part of the Russia collusion hoax?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I've been talking about it. There's a lot of things going on.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else on the shooter now. What comes to mind when you hear the mainstream media news sources have debunked a conspiracy theory? Blah, 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 blah. All right, here we go. Breaking: Wisconsin judge convicted of felony for helping immigrant evidence and I mean the ICE arrest. How many how long until they do her sentencing, I wonder?
Did she really get convicted?
Yeah.
Did
Breaking
they
news:
come to
Yes.
okay, 'cause
Wisconsin judge
well,
convicted of
she's
felony.
yeah, well,
He's gonna
she's
be
certainly the
disbarred.
Yeah, disbarred,
well,
but what
she
about
said, "I'll take the heat." So she needs to own it. So take the heat, woman.
Letitia James pledges to protect trans kid from the Trump administration? Shut the fuck up. We need to protect him from you.
We need, yeah.
When did that break
Letitia
out?
James.
Chloe Cole, who changed genders as a child, says that she takes pride in fighting Democrats who want to force this on other children. Good for her.
Yeah, hasn't RFK did he already come out with what they were gonna do as far as limiting? Well, they say gender affirming
There's already an
care.
executive order that if a hospital, because it's something that I finished the Daily Show with,
Mhm.
there is Trump's already did an executive order where he's saying if a hospital does that, they get cut off from federal funding.
And they get
So,
they get in trouble.
They get in trouble.
Yeah. Also look at
Right,
this.
well
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, I mean, if they say gender affirming care, that's completely different, which actually is kind of placating people in their mental stuff. But as far as physically removing body parts, but I don't know. I know it was supposed to come out like today or yesterday. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it
Or
came out
maybe
today.
tomorrow.
So breaking news, President Trump is making an announcement to America at 1 p.m. on Friday. Do you think this might be about the Venezuela war?
I don't know.
We're not going to go to war with Venezuela. Venezuela, we're to have a freaking chance.
Well, I know that. We're just gonna go fuck them up real quick and take all their oil. So this is the guy. I thought this is Claudio Manuel Noel.
Well,
This is face.
Can I explain
enforcing.
something to you? Can I explain something with you with Venezuela?
America.
It
You
is
can
a
do whatever
lot
you
deeper
want.
than the oil. It is a lot deeper than the oil, my friend. What if I told you the Venezuelan government owns Smartmatic? With Venezuela,
Owns what?
it is a
Yeah,
lot
we
deeper than the oil.
So, AC, you're just cut.
yeah,
Your audio just cut out.
we've heard that.
Venezuela owns Smartmatic. We have those machines in the United States.
What are they?
They're voting
Voting
tabulation
machine.
machines.
Oh, the voting machine.
machines.
Oh.
Are there 308 people watching you on X?
I don't think
There
so. I
was.
think that's just it's a total over the whole entire time, I think. But yes,
I had over 400 when I was streaming the press conference.
yeah. When I was streaming the other day, the Fannie Willis thing, I had like up to like 400 and something on X. But I don't think it's at one time. I just think every time somebody views it, they go and show it. Cause watch,
Yeah.
like I can show you right here. I'll go to my premium, and it shows you the profile. Where's premium? Communities. What the heck is it? Where is it? Notifications, chat, Super Grok, communities, profile. Let's see. Here we go. Premium. They moved it again. So I can go to my analytics, and then I can go to video or live. And so Tonight we had 215 views with only 137 minutes watched. 206 viewers. The President Trump address. No, the Fulton County DA one. I had 230 views, but that was for 961 minutes watched. So yeah, not very. It looks more than it is. It's never really. I mean, I'm just me. Like I'm not gonna get that many watchers. You should know that by now. Not unless I'm in DC and a riot's going on or something like that. Uh-oh, my internet's messing up now.
And Mischief, it's good seeing you around, my young friend.
Yeah, we haven't seen you around for a while.
He's been busy working. I'm proud of the young man.
You say you're proud of people too much. Sometimes people can take
Well,
it sometimes people can take it the wrong way. Am I still
like you?
Yeah, I do sometimes. Like, what does he think he's better than me? I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes that goes through my head. I don't know about other people.
Eddie, do you remember what I asked you today when
Yes,
you
yes,
said
you're talking about my ego. I know. I know. I know.
Hey, Hope, do you know what ego stands for? Or
Eddie.
Eddie, do you?
It stands for Eddie.
It's ego and id are the two.
Nope, I'm not even talking
Is X
about
down or something?
Freud. I'm not even talking about Freud. I'm talking about breaking down EGO.
Hold on.
I have no idea.
Can you guys still
Please
see us
enlighten-
on the stream?
I'm not even looking at your stream right now. Sorry.
I'm watching.
No, I'm just saying because for some reason I can't. This is why I hate using this app, Safari, because it always slows down after a while. There we go.
Oh, did
Now
it
it's up and
crash?
working again. Yeah, Safari crashes all the time. It's just a joke.
And it means easing God out.
All right.
When you have an ego, you're easing God out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Major breaking news: a leftist judge, Hannah Dugan, found guilty on felony obstruction. Up to 5 years in prison. What do you? I bet you she's gonna get the what? What are those sentences?
I'm gonna say a year. I'm gonna say a little over a year.
No, I bet you she gets a couple years, but it's gonna be deferred adjudication. So that means she goes on probation, and if she messes up, then she goes again. That's what you all see nowadays. Adjudication or whatever. That's what they all do now. I got a question for you, AC.
But that's a federal charge. I don't think she's gonna get that. This is a federal charge. This isn't a state charge. It's federal. There is a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go after, unseating her.
Well, like there was a judge in San Antonio. So a couple years ago, we used to watch the judges live on one of my morning shows when I tried it, and she would say, "Okay, you got a deferred adjudication, so you don't have to go to jail. But if you mess up in the next 2 years, then you have to go to jail, and then you're going to get 180 hours of community service. However, if you go out and you show us that you get the COVID vaccine, we'll take 30 days off of 30 hours off of your community service." And I was like, how could they fucking do that? I wonder if somebody's going to sue that judge now that they find out that COVID shots are showing that it's causing people to have heart problems. Can you imagine what's going to happen to that judge?
I heard that they were going to black box the black box them.
Black box them? What do you mean? What is that?
Meaning, like it's the highest level of warning. Basically, it could cause death.
Oh, the COVID. Well, because now they're saying not to take it now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as Judge Dugan goes, I wouldn't be surprised, and if I were the litigants in that case, I would be suing the judge and the county for that case not going forward. I got the hiccups.
Man, I gotta see the redheaded libertarian more often.
Who had a question for me?
I thought it was Eddie.
I had a question for AC. I don't know. You know me, my brain sucks. It goes away within. I don't know if it's I'm getting old or what.
You are.
I forget.
You're older than dirt there, Eddie.
I may be. You know what? I may be older than you, AC, but at least I don't have gray. I'm not gray.
Getting older all the time.
Hey, I'm more mature than you.
Yeah, whatever. You know, when I went to college, so I went. I was in my 40s when I went to college, and like my ex-wife, she'd always, you better stay. I don't want you doing this and that because the girls. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm 47, or back then I was like 40, 42 years old. I'm like, I'm 42 years old. I'm fat and in a fucking wheelchair. You really think these girls are gonna hit on me? And then all of a sudden, everybody starts because I always wear a hat, so you can't see how bald I am, right? And they're like, "You're 40?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, you look like you're like 25." But what were you saying, Hope? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I don't remember now.
Oh well.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I said maybe next year you could be Santa like AC.
Maybe I can be a Santa next year. I wouldn't be good at being Santa.
I don't think he has the patience for it.
I would be.
I don't think so.
No offense.
I
No
would be a
offense
good
to
Santa
Eddie.
at a college. Maybe I'll be Santa at a college.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
Come
think.
here,
but I
young
don't-
lady. Sit on Santa's
Hope-
lap.
Hope, I don't think he has the patience for little
No,
kids.
he would forget
That's
the
my
kid's
own-
name as soon as they sat down.
I love little kids. What are
That's
you
true.
talking about? I'm always good with little kids.
No, I said you
Yeah,
would
only
forget their names though.
I would probably forget
Santa,
their
my
names.
name's Sally.
only 18 and over gets to sit on Eddie Block's lap.
Exactly.
And then he's got the dog. Here, pet my dog.
Well, Donnie likes little babies and little kids,
Max.
so we're always.
Donnie is bait.
Donnie is definitely bait. Heck yeah, he is. Who doesn't like Donnie except for liberals? Actually, I think most of his Instagram and TikTok followers are liberals, but I don't say his full name on there because I don't want to all of a sudden lose like 10,000 followers in one day.
Who cares?
The gray is coming in a little bit, but see, mine looks cool though because it's like two little streaks of gray.
Sure, we'll go with that.
AC's gray is like all over the place.
2 little streaks.
Yeah, I don't have gray hair. I don't. There's no gray in my hair.
But you don't get much hair to have gray.
That's true. That's true.
As you guys can tell, we have a lot of fun with
Dude,
with
but-
all of this.
Like the other day at Thanksgiving, I didn't wear a hat to Thanksgiving, and my sister-in-law was like, "Man, how come you have so much more hair than your brother?" Like, because we don't have different moms. You get your baldness comes from your mom's side of the family.
Well, it can also be grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to like a church party.
Hey,
Yeah, so
you went to a church. You went to a
But-
church. You went to.
I know. I went to
So mean.
a church. I went to a church party. One of my girlfriends came and picked me up, and it's like the annual party. And I hadn't colored my hair, and they were like, "Oh, I like the color of your hair," because they saw the end part. And I'm like, "Yeah, I haven't colored it yet." And then the other ones saw the gray part because these are all older women. They're like, my age and 70s. And they were like, "Oh, you got good gray hair." I'm like, "No, stop it. I'm not ready. I'm going to gather enough
Hey.
crayons and then I'm going to
Hey.
color it."
Eddie, I'm gonna ask you this: are you good on everything?
Oh yeah, I just got to do one more. All I got to do now is what do you call it? Raid one more stream, and I'm done.
All right, I wanted to make sure because I know
Appreciate
next week a lot of people ain't streaming. I'm not streaming for a couple of days. I'm taking Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off.
Oh no, I'm
I
gonna be
don't get
streaming
much-
Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I'm gonna get super fucking drunk, and then I'm gonna get pissed off, and somebody's gonna come on my stream, and I'm gonna start calling people. So if on Christmas Eve and Christmas night, Don't answer your phones if I'm calling, because I'll probably be drunk off my ass on chocolate Crown Royal.
How dare you?
I'm gonna say this now. Eddie doesn't have my number. I'm lucky.
You don't. You don't have my number either. So, but I know who I won't be
Did
calling
you
for
like-
sure. I'm not gonna call Hope for sure. I made that mistake once, and that's not happening again.
AC, do you want Eddie's number?
No.
I'm not a very I talk enough during the Daily Show. I don't really like doing.
Yeah, I don't like talking on the phone. You know, I'm rather text you and get it over with. And as long as you're not like some people we know that when they can send one text with all the information, but they know they send 10 different texts just so you got to hear the ding 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 ding.
Talking about Eddie.
Is that person on this panel?
No.
No.
No, that person's the person who actually sends us a lot of fucking gifts. And it's all the same girl going, yes, 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 yes.
Really want that as a little short there, Eddie. Just
Yeah.
you. Yes. Yes.
Wait, that was weird.
That won't be hard to do.
Well, and then
Yeah, put some umph in it.
everybody that I text a lot. I had their own special text, so I know who. I don't have to look at my phone. I just know who's texting. And even though I've changed that because I always put loud ones for the people that text me a lot that are important, so I can hear it because I'll be asleep or something. Well, I had to take that person and give them a real quiet text, and and even I don't recognize it yet still because it's a new text sound. But if I hear 2 or 3 texts in a row, I'm like, oh yeah, it's Craw. It's Craw.
My number is 2. That's my lucky number.
Your number is 2, right on. My lucky number is 8, and it used to be 7 and 8. I remember I was a kid. We went to a horse race. Huh?
My lucky number is 13.
Really? 13.
That doesn't surprise me with Hope.
Do you know that most hotels in the country do not have floor number 13?
I know, it's sad.
Because we were in Anchorage, and this is the first hotel I worked on, and we're building it, and the news made a big deal because we actually had the 13th floor on this hotel.
Yeah, it's sad.
Oh, Graw's here. Oh, man, Graw showed up when we were talking shit about him.
Somebody's in
name and he
trouble.
No, we were talking
Speak
on the
his name
phone
when he
today.
shows up.
We were talking on the phone today, and him and Pam were like, yeah, but Eddie Craw's gotten better. And he has. He's gotten a lot better. He's gotten a lot better. But Graw. So Graw wants to film this. He's going, yep. There you guys. Now you guys can go and take that.
Mischief. I would figure your number is 9.
Mike Jones says his number is 6 and 9. I wonder why. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so speaking of those numbers, do you know what the Munsters address was? Does anybody remember it? It's good trivia.
I haven't watched the Monsters in a long time.
1313 Mockingbird Lane. So whenever you watch a show and if they say the address, you guys got to remember the address because it'll always pop up in some kind of trivia contest. Yeah, see, Mischief had it. 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Yeah, that was the Munsters. They were only. I thought. I watched so many episodes of that. I thought they were on for years. They were only on for like 2 or 3 years. The
Yeah,
Munsters.
I think it was 2 years, 2 seasons, or something like that.
Same thing with Batman. There's only like the original Batman. There was only like 2 or 3 seasons too. Holy sheep shit, Batman.
And Mischief, because that you have more number 9s in your actual phone number than anything else.
Mine are 7s.
I don't like the number 9.
Why don't you like the number 9?
I don't know, but like it can't be like the volume can't be on 9 or 19 or 39. Like I don't like 9 at all.
Really? Oh, and speaking of Christmas night, I've been watching the Whatever podcast. Yes, there's a lot of hot women on there, and that's probably why I watch it. But it's kind of funny too. But what they have a text to speech thing, and if you donate more than $200, you can get the text to speech. But they also, if you donate $1,000, they open up a bottle of Cristal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the StreamYard. I used to have the Streamlabs. I'll see if I can get it again if you don't have to pay for it. And every time somebody donates $20, I'll take a shot of Crown Royal on the stream. How about that? I'll get my Crown Royal paid for quick.
And
Do you want to
Mischief,
die?
What's that?
Yeah, I thought it was Transylvania 65,000.
Maybe that was maybe no. Who? Let me see. Transylvania 65,000. Let's see where that comes to.
No way.
It's a 80s movie.
It's an 80s movie.
They actually have. So that video that we watched, I believe it has Spanish and Somali translations.
What movie?
The video from the mayor of Columbus.
Oh, did they? They had it in Somali too?
Apparently, yeah.
Wow.
And Eddie, can I promote something that I'm doing Sunday?
Go ahead. I don't have a lot of followers, so you can say whatever you want.
At least not on you. At least not on Rumble. You got more on you. You got more than I do on YouTube.
Not on this
But
YouTube, but my
Sunday night-
original YouTube. I used to have like 20. What did I have? Like 25,000 at the most, I think, at one time.
But Sunday evening at 8 Eastern, I am going to do part 2 of trivia about Christmas from the Bible. So, guys, if you want to learn about Christmas, come over and have some fun.
Hope's my partner. I call
Where,
Hope.
what was part 1? Why didn't I know about part 1?
Yeah. Hope's my partner. We'll win. No, Hope and Goofy are my partner. I'm sorry.
I thought Jesus was born in October.
More than likely, he was born in March. Because that's when, over in that time, you have to realize in March is when the shepherds took their field out the flock, out in the fields.
Interesting.
Yeah, we messed it up
So
kind of
that-
with the Julian calendar
Yes.
and the
And that- and
Gregorian
what-
calendar.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
they
that
just go-
only switched 15 days.
That just went right over my head.
That's because you're sitting
Yeah, he
down.
was born in a manger. He was born in a manger. He had no crib.
Oh, and real quick with Hope. So today, I fell a couple times, twice to be exact, and I some stuff fell on top of me, and I sent the picture to our text group, and Hope was like, "Did you get hurt?" And I was like, "Nah, just maybe not. I don't know yet, because you got to wait till you sit down to feel the pain." And then she's like, "So how is your ego?" I'm like, "You know what?" And I replied, "It's hurt
It
bad.
hurt.
It's hurt bad."
But guys, I will give Eddie the link to part 1 of it. But the thumbnail will be the same, more than likely. But
A
yeah,
picture of
we're
me?
gonna do more Christmas. We're gonna do Christmas trivia from according to the Bible. And yes, I do know the things inside that Bible.
You hate the song Little Drummer Boy? Okay, what is your favorite Christmas song?
Are we talking just regular Christmas song, or are we talking like Christian Christmas song? Because
It
they're
can
two
be
different
any.
things.
It can be any Christmas song. It doesn't matter if it's religious based or if it's Mariah Carey. I don't care. Or if you want to do
'Cause I have
two,
two
you can
different
say.
answers.
Okay, well then you can give us 2 answers then. Who wants to go first? I can tell you what one of mine is, and it's actually
Okay.
been banned. It's been banned because they say it's all about rape.
Baby, It's Cold Outside.
I love that song.
It's a good song.
I actually have 2 of them, and they're both from the Christian genre. Mary, Did You Know? And Silent
That's a good
Night.
one. Yes.
Gross's grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
That's Groff for you. Do you expect anything less?
No, I don't. I don't know the name because I just heard it recently. I think it might be a newer song. Let's see.
Mine is I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Okay.
And O come, O come.
Oh, come all ye faithful. That one?
No, O come, Emmanuel.
Oh. Okay.
Different song, Eddie.
They are very different songs.
Oh yeah, rock around the Christmas tree is a pretty good one too. Rocking around the Christmas tree under.
Okay, I have something to show
But-
you, AC. Hold on. Let me turn my camera
All
on.
right.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We're in
Hope
trouble.
better have freaking clothes on.
Light on. Hold on. I gotta find the plug to my light. Because it's dark.
Oh, this is a good one too. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
I also like silver bells.
Silver bells.
Okay, AC, do you know what this is?
It looks like the lighthouse out on it looks like the lighthouse.
It's not a lighthouse.
Then I don't know.
Okay, this is a replica. Well, this one I got in Michigan. There is a replica of this in Michigan, but the original one is in Oberndorf, Austria. Does it help you?
Is that supposed to be the workshop?
No.
Then no.
So
Let me
this
think
is the Memorial Chapel, where that sits on the spot where the church was, where Silent Night was first performed.
Now that is interesting.
So the church was destroyed by a flood because it's right on the border of Germany and Austria. It was destroyed in a flood, and the Memorial Chapel was built there. I believe it was either 2000 or 2007 or 2008, and we went over to Austria. It was 2 days before Christmas, and
Wow.
we sat in this chapel and heard Silent Night.
Really? Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Hold on, let's see.
It's an
Because
ornament
you
that's
know
on my
how
tree.
old? Do you know? Does anyone realize how old Silent Night actually is?
How old Silent Night actually is? No, I don't.
I
Well, it
was
was
trying
written
to
by
figure
Thomas
out.
More in 1818 or 1819 because I toured his house.
Yeah. It's
I was trying
around
to
the
figure
early
out.
1800s.
Yeah, I think it was either 1818 or 1819
Interesting.
by Thomas More.
I was at the
Yeah, I
doctor's
was trying to
office.
figure out how Hope got in that little ornament.
I know, right? Well, Hope is
The
small.
church is a little bigger.
Hope is
The
small.
It was
church
like
is
a
a
like
little
a.
bit.
It was like I Dream a Genie, right?
I know Hope is short, but the church is a little bit bigger.
Yeah, you got a duck going in there.
So the replica is in Frankenmuth.
It's beautiful.
Where
Lift it up a little bit.
That is pretty.
Shut up, Graw.
and the walkway up to the chapel there's all these different translations of Silent Night. But the original it sits on like a little hill.
Really?
Yeah.
So when I was a kid,
And
oh, never mind.
no, I mean it was just really cool because we sang Silent Night in the Silent Night Chapel 2 days before Christmas.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Would have been better if you did it on Christmas.
Yeah, guess
Well,
it
we weren't
wasn't
there
very
on Christmas.
silent if y'all were singing.
We were in Vienna on Christmas, so
Vienna. Nice. I've never been to Vienna. Where does Hope keep all of her trinkets? Graw wants to know.
I
Yeah, where are
have.
you gonna hang that?
Pam is slapping
on my
him right
tree
now.
right there. That's why I just turned my camera off. It's right there.
Pam is slapping him right now.
Pam,
I
please.
keep them in many different tubs because I have a lot of Christmas
Where do you
decorations.
store your tubs at? Do you have like a big ass closet or what?
That closet has 5 Christmas tubs.
5
One I
Christmas-
don't even get out because they're breakable ornaments, and I have a cat that likes to redecorate my tree. So the other 4 I get out and decorate. One is my village, one is decorations for my tree, one is my manger set, and then I have a whole bunch of decorations over there. And then I have 4, I think it's 4 tubs underneath my bed.
Underneath your bed? Holy jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yep.
how many Christmas ornaments do you have, AC?
I actually don't have any.
There's about 100 on this tree, and then I have a whole other tub that I don't have out.
Holy jeez.
Well, it's
Wow.
breakable ornaments. I
Eddie-
can't do breakable ornaments right now.
That's true.
Eddie, Wednesday, the reason I'm not streaming, I'm gonna tell you something that I normally don't say.
You going on a date
From
with a
9
dude?
a.m. in the morning
Mhm.
until about 11 o'clock at night, I will not be in this house. Every Christmas Eve,
Got a hot date with a dude?
because of the churches around here, I will actually go and play church services all day Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll go from one church to another to another.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So I will not be in this house. If you try to call me, I'm not answering
That's your
because
phone
more than
number.
likely I'll be sitting behind a piano playing Christmas music. And the last one, the reason I say I won't get back here until like 11 o'clock at night is because the last one's at my home church.
Oh, nice.
Hold on a second.
Yeah,
you play
and that-
piano?
Yes, I've played piano for years. I started when I was 6.
Oh, wow.
I can play chopsticks.
Do
Do you know how I,
Yeah.
do you guys know how I learned how to play chopsticks? I did go to piano classes, but I didn't learn chopsticks there. Do you know how I learned chopsticks?
Watching the movie Big.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly. Because they had that big foot piano and you could just watch them. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, that's how you play it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. That's
They
how-
actually have that. I mean, it was at FAO Schwartz in New York, and they have that piano there.
yeah, I can't. I can barely walk. I don't think I can play a foot piano.
Well, I mean, it's not on the
Yeah.
floor like it is in the movie, but they have the piano.
Is
there.
that thing still even there? The one in San Francisco is gone now.
They reopened it as something else, I believe.
So when I was a kid, every Christmas we would. So Christmas Eve in Holland, you get to open up your presents on Christmas Eve. So we would open up our presents. Then we'd all get in our pajamas, and my dad had a big motorhome. But you know, it's the one where you could sit on top of the driver and look at, and there's a bed up on top of the driver. And so there's a window there. So all us kids would get up there. We'd have hot cocoa with marshmallows.
With mushrooms? Oh, that
No.
sounds disgusting.
with marshmallows. And we drive around looking at Christmas lights until around 11. Then we had to come home because at midnight we had to go to midnight mass at the Catholic school. And while we were
Yeah.
opening presents, my dad had this record player back then, you know, because I'm old, and we'd always have to he'd always play the Muppets Christmas.
You are.
Yeah, we'd always do. Was it not the Muppets Christmas? It was the Chipmunks Christmas. Christmas time for cheer. You know,
Here.
have you guys ever heard that before?
I'll show you guys my other decorations.
Man, you got a
So
big ass
this is
apartment.
This is my nativity set and then decorations.
Nice.
Um,
How come you got two feet there? Who's the other person that's got a stocking?
my cat.
Or cat.
I was trying to get her to say a dude. Keep the bread and gut.
Santas. I have my hallway of lights.
Nice.
That she has the hallway of lights so she doesn't run into the wall when she's drunk.
Wait a minute. So, is that just a one-bedroom apartment, or you got 2 bedrooms?
1 bedroom.
That looks huge for a one-bedroom apartment. That is huge.
I heard her laugh at that one.
It's a wide angle camera, huh?
Ross says he can.
It
Oh no, Goofy says she can eat with cheap chopsticks. That's cool.
Those are Buddy the Elf signs.
Oh, are those Buddy the Elf signs from the movie?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait, do you have an
And
elf on
then-
a shelf?
No, I don't have elf on the
does-
shelf.
We should
And
go
then
ahead and
I
bake
have
them.
a nativity or an advent candle with nativities.
Oh, remember the
That's
the
an
Advent
idea.
books? Remember?
Mischief has a good idea.
It is.
I've
But
been there
Mischief
too.
has a good idea.
you guys remember the
That's
Advent calendars where they had the chocolate in there, and you'd get excited every day you'd open up and get a new piece of chocolate out?
I never did that.
You never did that? Oh my goodness.
I've been told that my refrigerator is psycho before. This is the top of my refrigerator. I collect magnets.
Really? Nice.
And because I put them in a row, like I've been told that I'm psycho.
I used to when I was married, I used to give my wife magnets every time I went to a new state, because I traveled a lot with Ben. That I get her a magnet from that state. We had a ton. I had a ton of
travel
them.
on collect magnets.
Yeah. Well, Hope, if you need any references for being a psycho, I'll sign it.
Thanks,
Dude, I remember freaking. I went to Chicago, and the night before it was my dad's birthday, and so I couldn't go to his gravesite. You know, I go to his gravesite every year, so I went and drank instead at the bar, and so it was me and a friend at the bar, and this, you know, I was talking about my dad in the military, and how it was his birthday, right? And this guy's like, "Fuck your dad and fuck the military, you fucking conservative," and so I'm like,
Ouch.
"Excuse me?" And so he walked right up next to me, and he gets in my face. And he's like, "You're lucky the bartender told me to shut up because I got my shit kicking boots on." And so he's right next to me, right? So, and I kind of have my hand like this, so I just kind of grab the back of his neck, slam it down into the bar, and just knock him out. And he falls back. And everybody at the bar was like, "Thank God, we've been trying to get rid of that fucking liberal for a while." I thought I was in trouble. They bought me drinks for the rest of the night for that. And my plane left at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't go home, and my wife was pissed. You know, so she wasn't talking to me, and she always wanted the popcorn from that famous Chicago popcorn place. So on the way home, we came into BMI Airport or whatever the one is on the outside of town, and then we left from Chicago. What's the main Chicago airport? But they had the stand there. I was like, "Oh shit, they got huh?"
I think it's DFW.
Well, DFW on the way in, but then we left from the main one.
Right.
And the reason I knew about this popcorn is because we had watched it on Modern Family, and he was in the airport and had to go get that popcorn. So I found it and I brought it home, and she refused to eat it because she was that pissed off at me. I was like, "I bought you the popcorn that you wanted from the TV show."
Do you like
And
popcorn,
guys-
Daddy?
I can't eat. I love
What?
popcorn, but I can't eat it because it'll give me a bowel obstruction.
And I'm gonna say this here. I am going to do a New Year's Eve party.
I'll be drunk.
I know you'll be drunk. I already know that, but I will still invite you. I will still invite you. I'll invite.
Are you gonna have your
Hope
mute
or
button
her-
ready?
her alternate persona over on YouTube, whatever one she wants to come as.
Who?
Your alternate personality over on YouTube.
We'll
Oh,
have
because
to
I'm
get.
not Hope over on YouTube anymore?
Yeah, because of the name change.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a fish. No, yeah, she had to change her name because of me, because I made a big ass mistake. She didn't talk to me for a couple days afterwards. So we fixed that though.
It's more than a couple days.
It was more like a week that she didn't talk to me. Actually, I think.
It was like a month.
You went a whole month without talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard.
What the heck was
No,
that?
because we're in a
Where the
group
heck
chat.
was I when this happened?
No, we're in a group chat, so I considered when she was talking in the group chat that she was still talking to me. So,
No.
anyways, But I learned my lesson. You're gonna send 1,000 memes? Graw's gonna send us 1,000 memes on Christmas.
1,000.
So you should
But
do yours in
yeah,
Discord like this. You should come into my Discord. I'll leave live stream, and then you can live stream, and that way we can do a combo live stream.
we can do that. We'll have because I want to have a little bit of fun for New Year's Eve because I do have people around here, but I don't really like to go out on New Year's Eve. I know what because of everything that I've been through and being an alcoholic, I don't like going out on New Year's Eve.
Mm.
I get myself into trouble.
You're gonna hear this a lot on New Year's and Christmas.
You need to end the stream, Eddie.
Let's put it this way:
Oh.
David Devine always drinks and then falls asleep on our streams. And on Christmas last year, David actually called me and was like, "Eddie, you need to end the stream." That's how drunk I was that night. David Devine of all people, and I love David.
And I
Yeah,
wanted,
where is David
I
tonight? I
wanted
wanted to talk about Rankin Bass with him.
Rankin Bass. What's Rankin Bass?
I'm going to share something with you guys that was made for me, and I play them during my daily show at the beginning of it. Let me see if I can. Oh, I know where they are.
Dumbass.
Exactly what. Dumbass.
Was it that one?
Nope, it wasn't that one.
Here, we can all dance. Graw's favorite song. You know what show this is from, AC?
That is from Steven Crowder.
Yes, it is. We used to play it every night on the show. We used to play it too. We used to dance to it.
All right, let me.
Hey, AC, I'm not
Device.
sure if you've ever done this, but when I became a
He can't
Christian,
find
and
it.
up until the time
Goofy finally realized what I said.
What'd you say? I wasn't even paying attention. Did you say you're muted?
No, she said, AC, if you can do this. I said he can't find it.
Oh no, I didn't. What I did from the time I got saved up until the time I got married, and a few years after that. But on New Year's Eve, I would do communion.
On New Year's Eve?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right at midnight. Because remember that scripture that says, God's eyes, he goes all across the earth looking for someone whose heart is turned towards him. And so I remember this when me and Spider were dating. We were at a New Year's Eve party, and I was like, it was right before New Year's, right before the midnight, and I was like, okay, I gotta go out to my car. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I do communion every night, every New Year's Eve, right at midnight. When everybody else is doing cheers and doing whatever, I wanted to. Anyway, yeah.
Do you get the ones
take
that come in a
communion
little
at midnight.
plastic pack? Is that what you do, or do you make your own?
Well, I've done both, but I can't remember what I used to use. But yeah, I actually do have some communion packs. I mean, they do have them, like you could buy them or whatever, but yeah. But I always thought that was cool.
In Catholic school,
That
we
is
had to
cool.
go to church every single day, and I was an altar boy at the same time, so I had to go twice a day. And freaking, they give you these big, huge wafers. They're like this big, and all I remember is all the time they would get stuck on the top of your mouth, and you're like trying to get them out.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
how
then
was
you're
that
like,
again,
No.
I know, right? Here's the bread, and you're going, okay, waiting for the blood. Give me the blood to wash down the bread.
Oh,
you know?
Monsignor McGrath would always
Funny,
give me.
right?
Monsignor McGrath, he would always give me the blood. So would Father Fitzgerald. Oh yeah. I still my running joke in Catholic school. This is like 4th grade, and there was a girl named Jenny in our class, and she was well developed at a young age. And so Father Monsignor McGrath would always come in there and, okay, Jenny, you've been a bad girl. You need to come sit on Monsignor's lap. And so he'd bring up, I mean, everything they say, the stereotypes. Yeah, I saw it in Catholic school. I'm not gonna lie. Monsignor McGrath was a drunk. He would always show up drunk to our class.
Oh my
Oh yeah.
gosh. So the nuns would beat your knuckles
Oh,
and
Sister Mary Dennis had one of those. It was a yardstick, not just a footer. She had the yardstick. And if you did anything wrong, yeah, you had to hold out your hands and she would fucking whack the shit out of you.
Well, I hope you just did something to deserve it.
Oh yeah.
That's what I would do. Is like if I'm gonna get
Me.
spanked, okay, I'm gonna do something to deserve it.
Oh, I did that all the
Am I in
time.
trouble?
I remember I got in trouble for the way my hair was done, right? Because my stepdad, he didn't want me to get a hair a certain way, and I got it anyways because that's how I wanted my hair, fade and stuff. And I come into the restaurant and because the hair salon was right next to our restaurant, and my stepdad's like, "I thought I told you not to get your hair like that," and I went off and I said a whole bunch of shit I shouldn't have said. And my brother walked because our restaurant, it has an open kitchen. You can sit at the bar and watch them cook your food. My brother walks over and he's like, "I guess you're staying at my house tonight." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why'd you take it that far?" I'm like, "He can only hit me so hard. I might as well get fucking, make it worth my while if I'm gonna get my ass kicked." I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, well, after a while, the endorphins kick in. That's the whole thing with BDSM. Because I'll start spanking you and it'll hurt, and then after a while, you'll be like, "Yeah, yeah."
No,
And
I
the
was never like
endorphins
that.
kick
Nope.
in. Well, yeah, you have to
Not
get
me.
hit long enough.
Not me.
It's all about timing.
Now, if it was a hot redhead, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, remember when
But
me
you're
and
gonna
drunk,
be
me and
facing
drunk
the
got.
other way anyway.
Remember when I live streamed me and drunk getting smacked by the nurse at that burger place in Vegas? If you don't finish your food, the nurse who is your waitress has to whack you with the whole. She had all kinds of different tools she could whack you with. So I didn't eat all my food on purpose, so she would whack me.
Really?
Yeah.
To each their own, I guess.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I might actually be able to get a job somewhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that
I
hamburger
want you to
place.
listen.
Go ahead,
I
play it.
want you to listen to this.
Silence?
I can hear it.
It's golden.
I can hear it.
On Rumble's light in the still of night, faithful conservative ignites the fight. 1800.
Sorry.
Drawing near the flame, AC Daily Show.
Who made this?
Proclaiming his name, borders and freedoms, guns and the word, questioning shadows, truth undeterred. He's the faithful conservative, channels forward, worshiping the storm with the Lord by his side. Clips of conviction, games for the soul, praise to the heavens, making us whole. From worldly battles to hymns of grace, faithful conservative in your embrace. Clips channel flowing, truth sharp and bright.
Hold on.
In the Savior's light, health and
That's a cool song. Who made that for you?
It was a friend of mine that I met on Rumble, Logical Raven. And I'm going to say something, and most people would never realize this. That's AI.
That's AI?
The voice.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
That's cool.
Because he actually writes the lyrics and everything. He used to play guitar and stuff, but things happen and I met him on Rumble, so
Nice.
he made 3 of them.
Well, that's cool. Hold on. Okay, so if you
That's
guys
cool.
look at my Rumble now, if you watch on Rumble, I will show you. This is when me and Drunk Uncle. I guess I'll share it in here. Hold on, let me share my screen in here too. Make it easier for
Share your
y'all.
screen.
You know what?
Yeah.
Tata. All right, so this it's called the Heart Attack Grill, Goofy in Las Vegas. This is where we all went. Me and
porn
Drunk
star's
Uncle. And that was our waitress. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with her. Can you guys tell why?
Guys.
So that's Drunk Uncle.
Come on.
She got him better towards the end there.
Whoa. Hold on, you're not done yet. He's a white boy.
That
He
looked
has
like
no
it
ass.
hurt. That looked like it hurt.
She's not hitting right.
Yeah, she's hitting way too high.
No. That's not the way. Yeah, that's not the way. You gotta.
The problem
hit
is
him in the sweet cheek.
the problem is I have big balls and she hit me right in the fucking balls.
Yeah, see, you gotta hit him on the sweet cheeks. There's like sweet spots. Well, you don't want to.
Were you just twerking there, Eddie?
I was kind of.
Eddie's the twerk master.
That was pretty hard.
Pull up the pants to locate the glutes.
That's where she hit me harder, I think.
Well, she's hitting you right on the backbone, which is not what you're supposed to do.
You're not?
No, she's completely inexperienced.
Yeah, but look at her. She was hot. She could do whatever she wanted.
And that's what matters to Eddie.
It does. That is exactly what matters to Eddie.
No, if you hit him right, you'll actually would have stayed there.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, Goofy. I guess that's just me. I didn't stay there. She didn't hit me right, I guess. But oh my gosh, she was hot. You notice Ty didn't go get spanked though. Ty was having nothing to do with that. Why has AC got a weird
I don't
look on
know,
his
from
face?
a professional standpoint. Yeah,
You can't talk about that anymore, Goofy.
it was just wrong.
You're a Christian
No,
now. You
I'm-
can't talk
I'm-
about it. Can't talk about it. You're a Christian now.
Gross stole my line. Heard the story.
Yeah, of
I'll
course.
have to
Good night,
talk about
Gra.
it.
Good night, Gra. You should have heard what Gra told me on the phone today. Holy shit, I can't even say it in here.
That's we're on YouTube.
No, I just can't say it anywhere. I just can't say it anywhere. Gra, it's Gra.
It's Gra.
Gra is Gra.
Oh, by the way, so everybody, just so you know, you don't have to buy lottery tickets anymore because I jumped in Gra's lotto buy-in for tomorrow. It's like $1.5 billion, and we're gonna win it. So save your money. Save your money. No, actually, we're gonna lose because I bought in on it.
Eddie, I will say this now. I hope you guys do win it. I hope you guys get that $1.5 billion because in all actuality, you guys will probably see a third of that in total. After taxes and everything, you'll get about a third.
Yeah, hopefully.
The split.
Hope needs a house.
Because Hope needs a Gra said he's buying you the house. I never said I was buying you a house.
No, we need to win because Hope needs a house.
There you go. Dude, look at all the look, I'm filling up my house. I bought a sim racing set. So like that's my new monitor for it. That's the racing wheel. That's the pedals for it. Outside I've got 3 big boxes for I got a track racer whole setup that's just like a cockpit that you sit in. I can't wait to set it up.
Where the heck are you putting this in your tiny house?
That's what I wondered too, but I didn't
Because I'm
ask.
adding, because there's a section that I didn't use because I was going to use for tools, but it's too small to put my tools in because I have so many tools. So I'm extending it that way now. That's what I'm working on right now, extending it.
Oh, is that what made you fall today twice? Bruise your ego?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. You never know. I built the wall outside and tried to, and when I was putting it, taking it inside, it may have fallen on me a couple times.
It was
I heard
gravity.
walls don't work.
What's that?
I heard walls don't work.
Walls don't work? Yeah, they don't, right? They don't keep anybody in.
No.
Oh, because the liberals
Or
will let them right
anybody out.
in. The liberals would let them right on in. Right on in. Welcome to America. Here's your $2,500 a month. Oh no, it's like $4,000 a month, isn't it? Something like that.
It's probably more than that because of food stamps and rent insurance and everything else, the free health care. It's probably more than 4,000 a month. It's probably closer to 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And then the thing about it, I'm gonna say this, with everything going on, if they don't start deporting the Somalis, we're gonna be in a world of hurt.
And the Palestinians.
That too.
Gotta get rid of both.
Or a certain group, or a certain religion.
And the Haitians, no, it doesn't have to be a certain religion. It's like anybody who's an antithesis to America.
That's a good word there.
Yeah, that's a word I don't know. I'm gonna have to add that to my lookup
Antithesis?
list.
Antithesis. They're against the U.S. is another way of saying it.
Well, anybody
Yeah,
that
I
says
mean-
they want to kill Christians, they should be the first to get the hell out of our country.
Anybody who wants to kill anybody should get the hell out of the country. But I mean, talking about Haitian, I'm like, Haitian is whatever. It's run by gangs. And so anybody leaving there, they're either maybe there are some people that are trying to flee those gangs, but it's probably mostly gangs. I mean, you might as well just like sink the whole island.
Well, God almost took
Yeah.
them out a couple years ago.
Well, it could have been. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it's almost like Gaza, like how they waste all that oceanfront property and they turn into something nasty. Like, what is their problem? They could easily make it beautiful and make good money instead of like trying to overrun people or make them do things that, that are, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna hug them and squeeze them until they die from it.
You're gonna stink so bad. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna stink. Oh well, I'm gonna cover myself in bacon so I'll be protected.
Oh my! And think so. What about like the rivers in India? The ones that all it is trash and feces, and they're bathing in that stuff. That's
Well, that's because they don't have any other place to bathe.
I get that,
If
but
it's
why
the
you throw your trash in there if that's where you're gonna be bathing in?
I don't know if they actually throw their trash in there, if it just happens.
I don't know. I think
I mean, it's the largest slum in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people should have more self-respect. Isn't it Singapore where you're not even allowed to like spit on the ground?
Yeah, you can't chew gum.
Yeah, exactly. So it's I don't know. I mean, I walk around our neighborhood. We have a nice neighborhood, but I'll see a little piece of trash, I'll pick it up. I mean, that's just part of personal responsibility and respect for your neighborhood.
Oh, I get road rage when I'm behind somebody and I see them throwing trash out of their car. I'll roll up right next to them and I'm like, "Go pick up your fucking trash!" I'll be cussing at them. They don't know what I'm saying. Like, what? Why are you yelling at me? Like, go pick up your fucking trash.
Yeah, I don't even like people, throwing cigarettes out of their. Oh, that's like so gross.
Nope.
Even
I
when I
watched
smoke.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying even when I smoke cigarettes, I would have a container in my car, and I would, put the cigarettes, in a container. I would never, ever, ever throw them out the window.
I
And
got
then I
a
wasn't smoking, and I have friends who smoked. I'm like, oh my gosh, like nobody smoked in my car, and this one girl, she smoked, and I was like, I can't believe you're smoking in my car. Put that out. Yuck. Can't you wait 5 minutes till we get to our destination?
I got a friend who
No.
chews and he spits in, and it's normally like a soda bottle, so it's clear and you can see it. And I get
Oh
grossed out
god.
every time I go in the truck with them. I'm like, oh my god.
Dude,
Monster.
Spider does the same thing. And like while we're talking, like we'll sit here on the back patio. I'm sitting here at the table,
Mhm.
like Eddie Block. You know what that looks like?
Yes,
And
I do.
Spider's standing there, and he starts spitting. I'm like, gross.
That's right where you're sitting.
Gross. Well, not where I'm sitting. He just spits everywhere. It's just like, oh my gosh, that's so disgusting. So I don't walk barefoot
Ugh.
anywhere.
Remember
Like,
that
can't
time
you
when Donnie
spit in
tried to
the
hump Spider and
spit in the grass, bro? You know?
we were at Goofy's house and Donnie started humping Spider's leg.
I think Spider secretly liked it.
Oh, I think
He's
so
like, at
too.
least I'm getting some attention.
Yeah, he probably did. He probably did. Oh, Monster. Oh.
And Goofy, I still would love to have him come on and talk about all of that if he's willing.
I thought he said he was willing to talk about how he used to be a Satanist.
Yeah, I still want to do that with him.
Yeah, he changed his
Well-
mind. Like one day he's like, yeah, that's cool. And then he's like, no, I don't want to talk.
Then the next day he's like,
But
yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, that I would love to be able to sit down and ask him about that.
What? Just go get a
Yeah, he's-
leftist and have them on your show. It'll be the same thing.
I would love to have Goofy with him too. That would be something, and I would let everyone stay and put most of it on Rumble, where we could actually, like the interview I did with you,
With who?
where we were on YouTube and X for a while, and then we went only to Rumble and we got talking.
You need to have Hope
That's
on your
your-
show. You gotta do a show on
I
Hope.
would love to have Hope on the show.
She's quiet. Oh, she's muted.
She is
She went to go tinkle. She'll be back. Tinkle, tinkle, little star.
How I wonder how yellow the water is.
I'm trying to think. There was some new. I was at the doctor's office and they had Christmas songs, and I don't know what. There was one that I've heard a couple times now, but I don't know what it is.
Dun 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 dun.
No, I know that one. Can you tell?
Yeah, so AC, if you want to, I mean, I could try to hook Spider up with you. I don't know. Like I said, I've told him because there've been a couple of people that wanted to talk to him about that. Oh, AC, did you hear the story that I said earlier about Stony Paul passing away, a lifetime Satanist, Spider's best friend who accepted Christ right before he passed away?
Yes, I heard you say that, and I'm so
Yes.
that is something only God can do.
What am I looking at? Hope?
Exactly.
What am I looking at? Hope.
Sorry, I was watching the video. So I have a
No,
friend.
she was peeing.
No, I was watching this video. Because You can see it was 29 seconds in. So I sent you a video from the White House from tonight.
It's not a
I
video.
know
You just
somebody
sent
that
me a
was there.
screenshot.
It was Melania talking,
Yeah.
and thanking the staff.
Oh,
And
nice.
I have a friend that was there.
Oh, you have a friend that was there? Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
You mean you
I
have
thought
friends? You have
I can't
friends?
send you the video, but I could send you the screenshot.
You have friends outside of us?
Apparently.
Jeez Louise. I know she's got
Who
all
would
these
have thought
friends.
that? She has a friend that works at the White House.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Dude, tell your friend that you know Donald J. Trump, the service dog, and you should get him to meet President Trump.
They spent 4th of July at the White House as well.
Oh, they did? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm
I've
gonna-
never been there. I don't think I'd be allowed in. I think I'm on a list somewhere. Although I can
On a
still
list
fly.
everywhere.
I thought I wasn't allowed to fly, but I flew to Austin after January 6th. So I can still fly, I guess. But I don't like flying. I drive everywhere now. That's all I do.
Mm.
I like driving. I'm a road trip kind
One
of
thing
person.
yeah, road trips are awesome. One thing I was looking at is they've got that well, I saw like an advertisement where those people are complaining. What is it? The national, going to the different places we have around the United States that it had Trump's face on it, and people were saying, well, we don't want Trump's face on it. Like going to the national parks.
Uh-huh.
So I went onto the website and I was trying to find, I'm like, I want one of those. I want one of those with Trump's face on it.
What
But
is it?
yeah, but as a disabled veteran, I can actually get a free pass. So I'm like, I'm gonna order one, but I want one with Trump's face on it.
Okay, I'm gonna play this.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me watch the stream then. Oh, I thought
This
you
is from
couldn't play
tonight.
it.
Well, I figured out how to hide her name and everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a woman.
The President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and First Lady Melania Trump.
I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I want to go.
I've actually been to the White House.
I've been
I've
to the
actually been there my senior
I've been to the front of it.
my senior year.
Really? Did you go inside?
Yeah, we got a tour of the White House when we were in DC.
Did you get to see Bill
For our
Clinton?
senior trip, we went to DC and New York in 2000.
Yeah, so did you get to see Bill Clinton?
No, I did not get to see Bill Clinton.
Did you get to see Hillary?
He was. I don't think I could put up. I'm happy I didn't get to see them.
Or Monica Lewinsky?
Monica would have been gone by then.
She came and
Yeah, that's all
gone.
I've got.
Monica came and gone, huh?
I was in DC when Obama was there, and he was 3-4 feet away from me at one point, and then I was in the room when he made his education speech in March of 2009.
Oh, nice.
But I was more impressed meeting the former president of Mexico.
Oh, wow. Oh, real quick, have you guys seen what Brian Krasenstein has posted now? He's got Biden spending time with his lovely daughter Ashley Biden along with gardens in Pennsylvania. Notice he isn't sleeping like Trump has been. But if you watch it, he walks up to his daughter and starts sniffing her hair.
Oh gosh.
No joke.
He's a propagandist. That's
Do it. I
all
don't
them.
believe it.
That's what the Krasenstein brothers are propagandists.
Propagandists.
I don't think that's him. He looks.
It's the tall Biden. They used to call him tall Biden, I think. Right? Because
there's
two
Ashley
Bidens.
would want to be around him. I don't know why Ashley would want to be around him.
I actually thought I thought the same thing too, Goofy. It doesn't look like him. There's something different about it. He's gained weight.
Well, if he's gaining weight, that's good. Because usually when older people, especially if he's got the cancer they say he's got, but the last two things that I've seen him do over the past year, where he just starts screaming like he did the whole time he was in the presidency.
I thought he whispered a lot.
Just he goes from a whisper to a scream.
He's not walking robotically.
What?
That's what's different in the clips.
Is that what's different? Okay. Tish James. Do you think we're ever gonna be able to charge her, Tisha James?
No. I've got to go to bed though.
Oh shit!
I've got a medical
You got to
appointment
work in the morning.
No, I don't have to work. I have a medical appointment in the morning.
Yes, she does. I think it's actually time for all of us
okay?
to go to bed.
Are you sick?
That's HIPAA violation. You can't talk about it here.
About your vagina?
Oh my gosh, Goofy. Goofy had. How much weed have you smoked tonight, Goofy?
Oh, I was just trying to make everybody giggle. No big deal.
I actually think
I
it's
knew
time.
that Hope would get it.
I think it's
And
time
then
for all of us to go
y'all
to
would
bed.
blush. Yeah, just pull that red hat
Donnie.
down.
Donnie's trying to tell me it's time to go to bed. Oh,
Oh dear. It's time to end the stream, Eddie.
It's time to end the stream, Eddie.
right. She's right.
Because I was about
Shut
to
up,
say
Eddie.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I think we're all going to bed. All right.
Yeah, I gotta get up early.
Well,
Night, everybody.
thank you, everybody who watched
Good night.
tonight. Have a good night, and we'll see you all. Wait, no, tomorrow's On Patrol Live. We'll have a late show tomorrow night. So, good night, y'all.
Night, y'all.
Night.
Night.
Wait.